Hey everyone, this is AestheticGamer, and we are playing Bendy the Dark Revival. Also, tell me if I need to adjust my audio levels. I'm doing this on a live stream setup. If I need to be louder, quieter, whatever compared to the game, I probably should turn the game down a little bit. Attention photosensitive seizure warnings. So there is some photosensitive warnings, just to be aware of that. I think the title screen looks nice. So before we start this, I want to babble a little bit about my thoughts on the Bendy franchise. So, Bendy and the Dark Revival, if I may say this, I kind of never expected to release, because if you don't know, Joey Drew Studios, which is the rebranding of what they did, there was a company that's name is escaping me right now that was composed of two people that made the first couple episodes of Bendy and the Ink Machine. After that, they sort of grew into a bigger studio during the process of Bendy and the Ink Machine being released as an episodic game. If you don't know, Bendy and the Ink Machine was a game that released over a course of a few years between 5 different episodes, and the team sort of grew as each episode continued. And ultimately, they changed their studio name towards the end when they were, instead of just like 1 or 2 people working on it, to like a team of like 10 or 20. And to my knowledge, they grew to ultimately to like a size of like a 50-person studio. Regardless, they got into some legal trouble because of a merchandising deal that kind of fell through, but they had signed contracts for it. And the toy company sued them for misconduct for like $500 million. That is not an exaggeration. $500 million. No idea how those court cases are going. Don't know if they resolved it. Don't know the whole deal with it. I just know that definitely happened. And I kind of was there was also some talks about bankruptcy of the company that was making this. And I kind of just thought this was never going to release because, you know, they were tied up in an incredibly hard, big legal case. And they filed for bankruptcy. And there was a bunch of other shit around it, so I just was kind of under the impression that this was never going to see the light of day. But it did see the light of day. It came out like less than a week ago. And I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. I'm going to go in blind and I'll see what I think of this. Now, what do I think of Bendy and the Ink Machine? Bendy and the Ink Machine I had incredibly mixed thoughts on, but I didn't dislike it. In fact, I liked a lot about it. To go more precisely into it, I would probably give the entire game of Bendy and the Ink Machine like a 6 out of 10. But the episodes individually would go something like episode 1, I probably would have given like a 6 out of 10. Episode 2, I would have given like a 7 out of 10. Episode 3, I would have given like a 5 out of 10. Episode 4, I would have given like an 8 out of 10. And then the final episode, episode 5, I would have given like a 4 out of 10. It was all over the place quality-wise. However, I thought there was a lot of ambition in it, and I think part of the problem was there was so much ambition in it. I feel like it was very unfocused, and it kind of felt like they just made what they wanted to make, but not in the sense that they had a vision at the forefront of what they wanted to make. It's more like they made what they wanted to make in the moment, which resulted in a very messy game and a lot of things that were kind of incredibly uneven. Yeah, we're talking about the original Bendy right now. I have not played Bendy in the Dark Revival yet. There was still a lot of things I liked about it, though. Stylistically, I like it. I like the world the game sets up. I'm not as fond of the characters. I know a lot of people like the characters, and particularly characters like Lawrence and Alice Angel, and etc., etc. But I just never got really super attached to any of them. But I didn't dislike them. So Bendy's always been this weird space for me, where I both appreciated it, and I found it interesting, but I actually thought the experience itself was incredibly mixed. However, I also realized that was the studio's first game they ever made. That was basically... They also started off as like a 2-person team, and by the end of Bendy's development, it was like a 50-person team. And so they were all learning the ropes of how to work with each other, and probably the ambition got a bit grander than whatever. And I always had this gut feeling that if they took another swing at Bendy, that they could probably deliver on a better product, especially if they had a more cohesive vision. And at the very start, having a big team as opposed to like growing a team in the process of making the game. And I didn't think like Bendy and the Ink Machine ruined my interest in Bendy or anything. In fact, I'd be interested to see them take another swing. And that's what this is. Now, will I like this? I have no idea. The most I know about this is that we play as a female character. This game technically is episodic, as in there's another 5 episodes, but they didn't release this episodically. They decided they weren't going to do an episodic release like they did for the first game. They're going to finish the entire thing and then release it. So at this point in time, all 5 episodes are already out, despite the fact they only released it a week ago. Even though it is set in an episodic structure, it's the case that they just... It's like a Netflix season drop where they release all the episodes at once, basically. And so that's what we're going to be playing. Outside of that, super blind. Hopefully I enjoy myself. Yeah. What I can tell you, if you don't know what Bendy is about at all, since this is a sequel, the first Bendy can be summed up super easily. Basically, there was a 1930s cartoon studio in lieu of something like Betty Bop or like Mickey Mouse and Oswald the Rabbit, etc. It was a competitor to that sort of reign of animation when animation was in this space where it was somewhere between being like for kids but also for adults, and they didn't really know the market they were trying to market towards. There was a studio known as Joey Drew Studios who tried to make a character named Bendy, who was the titular star of a cartoon series that had other characters such as like this dog named Boris and this angel named Alice Angel. Unfortunately, they had super ambitions for their Bendy IP, but it kind of fell flat and the studio became bankrupt, which is kind of ironic with the real life story. But we're going to ignore that for a second. And the studio closed down. In Bendy and the Ink Machine, you played as an animator that used to work on the show named Henry, and he hadn't worked on the show for decades. The whole thing shut down for a long time ago. But the sort of Walt Disney, Joey Drew is his name, of this studio invited Henry to come back, saying that they were planning to do some sort of Bendy revival sort of thing, and he wanted Henry to check out something back at his studio. So Henry's like, okay, I'll see what's up. He comes to the studio and finds it mostly abandoned, but also in this weird state of disrepair. Now I've got some qualms about how Bendy handled its themes, but basically it was this whole messy setup, and quickly Henry realizes that the studio never really closed down. They officially closed down, but they burrowed themselves into this crazy Bioshock-esque, underground, labyrinthian, crazy cultish cult thing that's dedicated to making Bendy into a real boy. Basically, it's turned into this cartoon studio of madness that's not actually producing any cartoons, and most of the public conscious don't even know that they're alive in any capacity, but have formed into this insanity of trying to make cartoons real, basically. Bendy had some other twists and turns throughout the first Bendy game. You sort of see the madness of people like trying to turn people into cartoons and a lot of failed experiments, and people like who used to work on it being part of this insane cult, and there being an ink demon, which was a failed experiment to try and revive Bendy, but came out wrong as this weird satanic thing that's just called the ink demon. There was pros and cons to how the game executed itself, but overall it was overall interesting. There was also a really weird steamer at the end of Bendy and the Ink Machine, which implied there was a time loop going on, because things sort of end. Because there's like a the end cartoon title screen thing, and then I guess the cartoon just resets. It wasn't really further delved in at the end of that game, and to be honest, I found the ending kind of disappointing. But regardless, it still was a wild ride, though, and again, I'd be interested to see what they do here. And thank you there, War of War. I will read what you said. I've never been more terrified of a game than Remake 4. I'm scared it will completely fail to live to the original and will be a black mark on the record. I'll say one thing about Resident Evil 4 Remake. Resident Evil 4 Remake, I think it's going to be hotly debated if the remake or the original is better, and I predict there'll be a pretty 50-50 split of people who think the original RE4 is better and people who think that Resident Evil 4 Remake is better. However, the fact that there might even be that split is telling, and I suspect, I don't want to say too much, but I heavily suspect this is going to be easily a 90-plus Metacritic game that's going to review incredibly well, and I predict quite a few Resident Evil fans are going to fucking love it. This is probably going to be, alongside Resident Evil 2 Remake, regarded as one of the best games in the franchise, but to the question if it can live up to Resident Evil 4, that'll be a lot more hotly debated topic. That's how I kind of predict the reception of Resident Evil 4 Remake is going to go down, if you're curious. Regardless, though, Bendy and the Dark Revival. I'm going to get started with this wild ride. New game, options. Now, I do want to look at options first. I like turning music up a little bit, but also dialogue. I'll keep the sound effects down, though. Do tell me if I need to turn my volume up as the game actually gets started. Right now, I was told it sounds pretty okay, but if I need to turn myself up or turn the game up, please just let me know. Graphics, yeah, high, seems all good at a glance. I'm going to turn off motion blur. I'm going to turn off turn off VSync. I'm not really a big fan of VSync. Everything else I'm pretty okay with. A lot of people dislike anti-aliasing. I'll turn it off for now, but if I want to turn it back on, I will. Controls will turn the sensitivity just a little bit up for myself. Crosshair, yeah, I'll keep a crosshair. View sway, I'm okay with view sway. Smooth camera, turn that the fuck off. I'm happy I saw that right now. I hate smooth cameras. Yeah. Wow. Still though? Yeah, I also mentioned, of course, there'll be people. Part of the Resident Evil 4 before I fucking go on the Bendy, I guess I'm talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake for a second. A part of the Resident Evil 4 Remake discourse is definitely going to be people who hold the original game as being one of the best games ever made. And there's also going to be people that think the Resident Evil 4 is incredibly overrated, or that the dated elements of it, they can't get into it. I'm going to be upfront and say that Resident Evil 4 I have a huge amount of nostalgia for. And I personally don't know if I'm going to prefer the original game or the remake after I play both of them. However, I suspect I'll heavily like both, and probably for some very different reasons. Ultimately, we'll just see what happens. I'm open to it, though. I said this before, I actually prefer that they're doing a reimagining as opposed to a one-to-one remake. I think a one-to-one remake, I pretty much have what I want from that out of the fan-made HD texture pack that they did, which wasn't just a texture pack. They also updated a lot of the models and etc. Did a lot of super hard work on that. But I think that's what I needed for Resident Evil 4 itself, so I'm more open to just them reimagining Resident Evil 4 into something that's familiar, but also quite different. And I actually would prefer that for their tackling of the remake of Resident Evil 4. Anyways, all that said, let's actually get started with Bendy the Dark Revival. I'm going to play on hard. If you're new to the studio, if you visited the studio before, if you have mastered the studio. Alright, let's do hard. Now, I'm going to be quiet as they do their opening cutscene stuff. I don't know the story of the very little I know about the story is that we're playing as a character named Audrey, and she seems to be at the setting of Bendy and the Ink Machine for what reasons I don't know. That is literally the extent of what I know about the story. That, and it probably is related to the first game. I know that's very deductive of me, but anyways, all that said, let's get started with this. So I'm going to sort of take in the story as it goes on.
We're always free to choose. To believe what we want to believe. But when you step back, when you really look at where you've been and the things you've done, your past will come to devour you.
Sounds like we got a past regrets plot. June 18th, 1973.
There you go, little guy.
And only 800 more frames to go. No way I'm getting through tonight without some coffee. Probably some downstairs.
Alright, so we just get a sort of ominous regret plotline, and now we get to experience things. I'm gonna look around though. We have a picture of ourselves with Audrey down there. We have the titular Bendy with a character reference seed and his main standing pose we saw in the first game, a little animated frame. Along with character references for from left to right, Alice Angel, Bendy, and Boris. I remember all of them. We have a little storyboard down here, though it's upside down, so probably not in the most helpful position. We got a donut, and we need to refill our coffee. Alright, you know what? Sure, let's do this. I'm excited, actually.
For a little adventure.
Locate the elevator. Oh, I need to turn my sensitivity way the fuck up. Give me a second to pause here, or... Oh, it's because it was loading up this menu with her. I was like, why did it freeze for a second? Location, Audrey's office. Objectives, locate the elevator. Go to the elevator. But I want to go to the settings. I need to turn my sensitivity way the fuck up. That was so much lower than I was expecting. Oh yeah, that's better. Alright, so let's look around. I don't believe we can crouch. Yeah, we can't. At least not yet. If we, I kind of vaguely know this game is a little bit more of a combat focus than the original Bendy did. A little bit more Bioshock than Bendy's more kind of walking simulator with occasional like combat. The first Bendy did have combat in it. It's just incredibly simple and very rare. It was a rainy day, out in nondescripted town that has city lights. Yep, donuts and coffee, so the best combo. For long nights, animates a very old and not going to be very successful cartoon. But hey, she might still have a future. There I am. I'm Audrey. Now, we can't really interact with much in this room, though we can take a gander around the storage box. Era Gates, or Archgate Studios. That's interesting, because that's definitely not Joey Drew Studios, and we're working on Bendy, so, and I don't know what Archgate Studios is, so. We got a little Boris statue, it looks like. A little glove. We got Audrey. Oh, Employee of the Month award, so we're Employee of the Month. We do great work, according to our bosses. Okay. Yeah, everything looks pretty. That's locked. Let's go. Oh, we're working at Archgate Pictures. So, this name is new, unless I'm forgetting something in Bendy, which I'm pretty sure I'm not. But Archgate Studios would be new. Are we like a external studio that's working on Bendy, or was it Archgate Studios before Joey Drew Studios? Don't know. Let's learn about company mergers. Is this where we're supposed to... Okay, so I think we're supposed to be in the studio right now, because this would be a very odd place to live. Might even turn the sensitivity up to just the absolute most. Like, it's fine, but I could do with it being a little bit faster. Yeah, this is more my speed. Let's see, we got a book for timing for animation. Alright, so we're going to be learning about everything we ever could desire here about animation as an animator. Big surprises. I'm sort of just interested to see whatever references they have. So for those who don't know my playstyle in video games, let me clarify this up front. I go super slow. I'm a slow explorer that slowly takes his time looking at things. So I'll take my time and enjoy things. Thirsty cold drinks. For cola, I'm surprised they're even allowed to have cola there. 7NU, Spritz, root beer, MT, and nondescripted blacked out drink. My favorite. No coffee though. That's alright, it's not a coffee machine, it's a thirsty cold drinks machine. And I just am gonna say most people don't like their coffee cold. Call that just an assumption on my part though. Fire. Ooh, fire. Let's continue here. Sure is a power surge tonight on this dark and stormy night. I guess iced coffee can be cold, but that's specifically prepared to be like iced coffee. I will say this is an incredibly weird lighting effect. It almost looks like it's flickering, like a glitchy effect. But it's the lighting, which I've never quite seen lighting that looks like this before. Wonder if that means something. Here's a character reference sheet for Alice Angel. I'm going to take a Steam screenshot. There we go. I have iced coffee, but it's not great. Some people like it a lot. Here's the man, Nathan Arch. I have no idea who that is. Anyways, it's this door. Yep, that door's locked. I'm not crazy. Is anyone like? It's like weirdly like. Do you guys see like the scan lines in the flickering? I don't even dislike the effect. Just I've never seen anything like it before. Just peeking in, seeing things, being warned about red lights. So I will say this. I'm going to probably have just to accept that like our character doesn't have the capacity to like leap over stuff like this. However, at this point in time, I actually wouldn't expect our character to do this if I came upon this in real life. So far, all I know is it's a dark and stormy night. I don't think I'd leap over this, but like, I'll just go around. Easy peasy. However, I suspect in the future, I'll just have to accept it's like one of those horror things. The worst time I ever experienced in a horror game was Fatal Frame 4, which I love that game. But the characters in that move and work and walk so slow, and they have such easy to get over, like, who the hell is that? That is 100% a new character I've never seen before. Let me click around here. Yeah. Lightning actually spooked me. It looks kind of like over there is somebody with a huge ass. I think it's supposed to be a spider character. I think it looks like they have more than one pair of legs, like they've got like 2 legs and all that. So I think it's supposed to be like an insectoid. That's supposed to be their thorax, but I'm just saying. Over here, it kind of looks like it's got its tongue out. I can't, like, I can tell its face, but I can't tell like the form of its head. What is that supposed to be? No idea. You have a little picture, okay, of why does she have a tail that's a bear trap? That is the question. I'm sorry, I'm the type of person that loves just looking at little details, especially environments that are just kind of like slow paced like this. Over here we got some more sketches. There's a character sheet for one of the... These are like one of the enemies in the first game, I believe. I forget their name, but the bro characters, they're like the Wrecking Crew peoples. Storage box for our studio names. We got Uncle Sal's Pizzeria. And a schedule with little doodles on it. Very much an animation studio, I see. Teaching us how to open doors.
Really? They locked me in? Good thing I brought my own key today.
Time to find my key. So I'm going to say this up front. One piece of critique I have heard about this particular game is that this has the issue that the first Bendy game had of fetch quest. Now let me clarify something. I don't hate fetch quest. And this is one of the very few things I've heard about this game. They do a lot of fetch quest in it. You did a lot of fetch quest in Bendy too. Now I'll say something to Bendy's defense. Despite the fact that Bendy had a lot of fetch quests in it, there was good variety in those fetch quests and in what happened during those fetch quests. So it didn't feel too similar. However, I do think that episode 3 of the original Bendy pushed the fetch quest thing a bit too far. And I feel like in some ways, maybe they should have thought about doing a different sort of gameplay mechanic than fetch. Also, I can search things now. Than fetch quest. But I'm not going to be against it until fetch questing starts to feel annoying. If things are interesting as I'm fetching stuff, then whatever, I don't really care. It's a means to an end, and I get that. Hello? Are my keys in these cabinets? I check everything at once, and I've just gotta say nada. Nada burrito. Checking out here. Why can I open those? I may never know. I can open this one too, though. Actually, that means I could probably open this over here. Ta-da! I'm the amazing cabinet opener. This one can't open because it's slightly at an angle. Alas, oh, hi, Bendy. That's a very Bendy moment. If I turn around.
Here?
Well, there you are. Will you get knocked over, Bendy? Nope. Bendy the Demon. I feel like they didn't ever refer to Bendy specifically as a demon in the first game. I know that Bendy was a demon, but I feel like that wasn't his name. Then again, I don't really know what he was ever supposed to be. Like a cat, maybe? But that might be too close to Felix the cat. Anyways, going down the hallway one day, I'll look around. Yeah, Benny's just there in his 2D self. I check the fire department. Nope. Just checking things. I know these doors are locked, but maybe something's changed. I guess I probably left my keys back in my area. I'm just looking around like a silly goose. Nothing there. If I were my keys, where would I put myself? That is actually a gosh darn tooting good question. Oh, there they are.
Here's the key.
There's the key indeed. And now let's... Yep, the Bendy cutout is gone. Now we pick that up. Anything different in our reflection? Stare deep into my eyes. You have like an evil face if you look down. Or you can look all callous like that. Alright. So probably, since we're in beginning horror territory, something or another is going to happen. Or let nothing happen to let your expectation build. I don't know why we're not more concerned about the flashing red light. I don't think it's usual for red lights to be flashing with alarm bells going off like that. But maybe I'm just the weird one. Who's to say I'm not? It's certainly not I. Door open up.
Not the most welcoming hallway I've ever seen.
Yeah. then again, you've also been probably down this hallway many times throughout your life. Probably not at night, though, I'm assuming. Well, maybe you've done long nights, but it's also a dark and stormy night with flickering lights, which makes it a little bit more ominous. With that
Hello? Is someone there?
I am. I probably know who you're asking for, though. I don't know why they let us open this. I mean, I guess it's something to interact with, but I can't even imagine you'd find anything in here. We got a little typewriter. Quaint, if I may say. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of nice that there's a room that you can sort of peek in, I guess, but there was, like, at least to my knowledge, my observation, not much to see there. Hello, bucket. Full of ink. Don't think I don't notice that's just full of ink and not water. Alright, so obviously it's the elevator we're going for. Given I wouldn't trust the elevator in the storm case, I think you'd be wiser taking the stairs, but, you know, who am I to be the judge? Our objective, in fact, does say, go to the elevator. And this is the elevator, so who am I to question my objectives? Kind of looks like it's a happy face if you gave like a little smile underneath the two A's, the two arches. Voila! An elevator. It also auto-saved for me. Handy. Okay, so we're going down. I predict we're going to go a little bit lower than we're hoping to.
Audrey.
Wilson?
Janitor?
You scared me to death.
I'm sorry, my dear. Didn't mean to frighten you. You're working late tonight. A pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself. Mind if I step in?
Of course not.
Thank you, Audrey. You look like you could use a little company.
See, it's not him missing an eye that has me, like, a little bit weird. Maybe it's just, you know, people have eyes like that. But it's like the blood.
It's been really nice this past week.
Why is that there?
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
What was that? Please tell me we're not trapped in here.
Don't you worry, my dear. It's just a little short in the system. Happening a lot these past few days. No need to fret. Let's see what we can find. Come along now. Old Wilson will protect you.
It's not. I want, like, it's obvious this guy is giving serious shade. I don't want to believe he's a bad person just because he's got kind of a weird attitude. But at the exact same time, you know, how many people go like, "Dearie, looks like you could use some company. Right this way, madam." Like, talking like you're some creepy hotel owner and put like a horror movie. Like, oh, don't worry, I'm not Count Dracula. I'm not going to suck your blood. It's not, see, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. It could be like a false lead, but hey, sir.
There we are. Just a few more switches to throw. Follow me. It will be perfectly safe.
Taking a little gander. Perfectly safe. Joey Drew, the Man and the Demon. I don't know when this game takes place. Like, it said 1973, but I mean, like, I don't know where it takes place in comparison to the first game. Do we know what year the first game took place in? I don't remember. Joey Drew, the Man and the Demon. Like, that's a little ominous, isn't it? And also, we're not part of Joey Drew Studios. We're part of Archgate Studios. So now, just some questions. We've got Alice Angel, Sent from Above. We got a little caution sign. Joey Drew, born in 1901, died in 1971. Joey Drew is the founder of the studio and the man who created Bendy, one of the most beloved cartoon characters of all time. In 1929, with the help of his business partner, Henry Steen, I guess Henry, was he? Oh yeah, Henry. Wait. So maybe I just wasn't paying close attention. Henry's the name of the character we play as in the first Bendy game. I was never under the impression he was the business partner of Joey Drew. Is anyone here like a Bendy lore nut? And can clarify if that's a new piece of information, or I just somehow blocked it out of my memory of playing the first game. In the first game, it seemed pretty clear that Henry was like, he helped make Bendy, but I didn't really get the impression he was like the business partner of Joey Drew. But then again, there was the weird stuff in the ending, the time loop. Maybe that has some implication here. He could have been, but then like I don't think that was ever clarified. There was a weird scene at the very end of the game where it seemed like Joey Drew and him were closer than the game implied. And maybe that was supposed to be a twist that wasn't really clearly stated, but all the same. He created Bendy's first short, Little Devil Darlin', in an early talkie cartoon. As his entertainment legacy grew over the years, Joey's optimism and pioneering spirit never wavered. Starting with just a pencil and a dream, he created the studio. Here at Archgate Pictures, we strive to continue his dream and see Bendy live on. Dreams come true. Alright, so Archgate Studios is what replaced Joey Drew Studios after Joey Drew died. I vaguely get it, and I guess it was some sort of literal merger combination thing. Regardless, there's a very Walt Disney-inspired picture. Just taking a glance. Ah, yes, drink your ink. There's a picture. It's the Little Devil Darling little poster for the first cartoon. I don't have a flashlight or anything, though I don't really need it most of the time here. The Illusion of Living by Joey Drew. That's set out nice, proud, and center right there. Just looking around. Just a pencil and a dream. So I know they were making, I guess I know now they were making a cartoon about a cartoon demon, but why would you sell yourself as Joey Drew, the man and the demon? Doesn't that raise some red flags? There's some tickets. I can't tell what that is. It's like a framed thing. There's a little Bendy plush there. We got Joey Drew doing his studio things. Look at them, showing their hard work in the quote-unquote good old days. And of course, it's entirely white men in suits. I'm not going to draw too much attention to that. Bendy sing-along. Wow. Hi, Boris. You look especially plump here. I don't remember him, like, whatever. Maybe he's changed. Or maybe I've changed. Kind of abstract art. It's like trees going around geometry. Do you think a gear goes here? Maybe. Yeah, you know, if I can't drink enough bacon soup, then what's the point even? Bendy goes bankrupt. There's the whole bankruptcy thing I recall from the first game. Silly Vision. Silly Vision is a cartoon format developed by Joey Drew that allowed for anime cartoons to be completed more efficiently by streamlining the pencil and inking stages and allowing for the last-minute adjustments to be made directly on the film stock itself. The film was chemically coded to allow for a specially formulated ink to be applied by an artist working on a magnifying table. This allowed for adjustments and action enhancements or even whole new characters to be added after the cartoon had been photographed. Mr. Drew intended for the format to be used someday to create interactive experiences where the cartoons could be custom altered to fit the occasion or audience. Wow, that's some real silly vision. Hi, Bendy. Oh, that's the Butcher game. That's who I was remembering when I saw the design earlier. I knew were the enemies in the first game. The Dancing Demon. And there's the end that the first game ended on. That's fun. Alright, hello, sir. I've already forgot your name. What does it say there on your name tag? Wilson, right. Hey, Wilson. How's it going? Don't worry. He's doing his job. So if I wrench in that one. This looks like a puzzle I'm about to do. In fact, this looks like the first episode pedestals from the first Bendy game, where you find the 6 objects and put them onto the little altars.
Looks like someone's been messing with the exhibits. There should be something on each of these pedestals. Audrey, sweet Audrey. Do an old man a favor and go find them. I'll tend to the power.
So this has fun context, actually. So anyone who played Bendy the Ink Machine recognizes this immediately, and also can immediately know this guy is untrustworthy as hell. Not only is he not, well, I mean, he's obviously untrustworthy with how he's fucking acting. And also there's the Ink Machine. There's also the older version of the Ink Machine. I'll talk about this in a second. Okay, so in the original Bendy, how you got the Ink Machine started is they had to put the objects onto the different pedestals, like it was a ritual, and that was able to return power to the Ink Machine. Now here's the thing, Bendy in the Ink Machine, the first episode was like not completely changed, but very heavily altered 3 times. At the very beginning of development, in the first version and the second version of Bendy and the Ink Machine, the Ink Machine looked like this, just a little bit bigger, and it was just stuffed away in some stuffy closet. And I always kind of liked that, because it was like the titular thing of the first game, was just kind of like stuffed away in this closet and forgotten about. However, in the final version of Bendy and the Ink Machine, the version that you can now play if you buy the game and all that, they changed it to this much more dramatic, kind of over-the-top introduction to the Ink Machine, where there's like this giant room with a chasm of ink and chains that go down into the ink, and you pull a switch and the chains pull the Ink Machine out of the inky abyss and lift into the air. It's this grand cyberpunk style thing that's huge, lifted up by chains from the ink. And, like, that's kind of a cool visual, but also you see that at the very beginning of the game, and that doesn't set off any red flags that you probably shouldn't turn this weird angelic death cyberpunk machine on. Because I thought I made a little bit of sense in the original Bendy, where you just went to all the pedestals and put the things on, because you don't really expect the dusty machine in the corner to be, like, some crucial thing. I could believe that the character wouldn't suspect that. But when it's, like, being pulled out of a literal inky abyss out of chains, you feel like that raised some red flags, right? Like there's something weird about that. That's not normal. But anyways, this is similar to the original version, where this is the Ink Machine. That's a lot smaller than it ever was, and it's just kind of stuffed over here. We're being given the same task that the character in Henry was tasked in the first game, to collect the ritual items, put them on the pedestals. We're also being very misled here, because this guy over here, he wants us to do it, and he's just telling us, oh, somebody messed with the exhibits. Can you return the exhibit items? Well, I believe that Audrey wouldn't know that this is part of some ritual. The only reason we know it's part of a ritual is because we did it in the first game already, and now we're doing it again. And so we know the context for that. It's just, and whatever, just as I said with the original versions of Bendy and Ink Machine, it's just this, right now, there's no reason to suspect if I was Audrey that this machine is anything but a weird, dusty machine in some closet somewhere. And it's kind of smaller in this version even, so it's like, okay, what is that, a generator? I don't know. But regardless, so this is more like the original version, and I just find that a bit interesting. Since in the original Bendy and Ink Machine, they changed it to be this extravagant thing. And there's my little bumble on this. So anyways, what are we looking for? We're looking for the Bendy plushie. I actually saw that earlier, so I know where that was. We're looking for the music note. We're looking for an ink bottle. I saw that earlier too. We're looking for a gear. We're looking for a wrench. I know where a few of these are. And what's this last thing we're looking for? Matches? I can't tell what that is. But I do know where a few of these items are. Starting with the Bendy plush, which is right here. Bendy plushie. What a cutie. Hello. That's what Bendy sounds like. Hello. I do a better voice of that. Oh, gosh. That's not actually literally Mickey Mouse. We'll take the music thing. Play it on the record, madam. Alright. So the ink bottle was over here. I noticed a few of these things in my skedaddlings. Ink bottle. Hi, Walt. I mean, Joey. Alright. So I know the wrench was back here. Or maybe I skipped it. Whatever, I'll look over here for a sec. The wrench... There was also like a thing that had the gear thing on it. I noticed it when I was exploring. Am I crazy? Oh, wait. Where was the wrench thing that I'm remembering? So the gear has to be in here. I noticed the gear thing on the gear thing. Big surprise. Also, it's at this point, Audrey, that you have to question if these are really exhibits. This is very clearly a mechanism with a gear on it meant for the gear. So why would the gear be in the place of a gear if it also needs to be put on the pedestal? That's where I would start getting very suspicious of this request. Because like that doesn't make sense. Like, why would that be on exhibit for one thing? And second of all, that was very clearly a machine made for a gear. Still very early in because I'm going at my slow, iconic Ryan pace. I swear to God, I saw the wrench was tied to something over here. Am I crazy? I definitely saw it, though. Is my spatial awareness being ruined? I very vividly remember looking at a machine that had the wrench, like, stuffed into it. Where the fuck did that go? Was it over here and I stupidly forgot? Oh, yeah, it was right here. I'm stupid. I misplaced. My memory, for some reason, put that further back. That's why you can't trust your memory, I guess. For some reason, I recalled seeing that further back, and I guess it was just right there. We got most of the items, but let me recall what we need to get. We got the Bendy plush. We got the... Yeah, I guess we can put the stuff back. We got Bendy plush. Hi, Bendy plush. Hello! I'm going to sit here now. We got the album thing. Gonna put that there. I will say this. They look more realistic here than they did in the original game where they were floating. We got some ink. That's going to be a nice, delicious midnight snack. We got this thing, the gear. We got the wrench. And finally, I need to figure out what the fuck this is. But I'm sure I'll figure it out. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to look at a picture of it. Matches? Pens? Nails? I don't know what that is. But I'll look for it. I mean, they're all in this basic small area, so it's not like there's too much ground to cover to figure it out. Tickets, maybe? A banjo string? Oh, wait, was this glowing? No, it's just a reflection. Nothing to do with silly vision. Is on the... Oh, it's the book, The Illusion of Living by Joey Drew. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be completely honest. When I looked at that little, like, icon of this, my thought wasn't book. You know, now that I'm looking at it, I can tell it's a book, that he said it's a book. But I originally thought this shadow in the middle part was just, like, shadow of the pedestal. I thought this was, like, a match case, and these are matches. I see it now that I know it's a book, but that's not how I saw it. Alright, I've completed the ritual, sir. You made it super easy. Step into the light.
Only one thing left to do. Pull that switch.
Why don't you pull it? Why don't you pull it, sir? You want me for a ritual? You want me to beat you up? I'll beat your mom up. I got him. Throw the lever, Crunk.
It is done.
Yeah.
Oh, Audrey. The things you've set in motion.
What's happening?
The ink is calling us, my dear. Can't you hear it?
What?
Shh. Don't fret. We're going home.
Stay back.
Listen to me, Audrey. Pay attention to these last words. Because very soon, you will forget everything.
Let go!
Come find me, Audrey. Come find me, and I'll show you your purpose. I'll show you the truth.
This can't be real.
And now, we die.
What are you doing?
So it's like a cult thing, but instead of drinking the Kool-Aid, they drown in the ink. I get it. Bendy in the Dark Revival. Loading up the next big ol' area. I didn't dislike that opening sequence. It wasn't like amazing, but I think it worked fine. Anyways, now we're definitely in the Bendy world. And we're definitely not as human as we were just a little bit ago.
What's wrong with my hands? What's wrong with my hands? Oh, Audrey. What's happened to you?
So, in Bendy and Ink Machine, Henry was never turned into one of the experiments that we saw. So, there's actually also already a very interesting implication I'm going to talk about. So, here's me saying two interesting things at once. Henry was just a person during all of Bendy and Ink Machine. You never turned into an ink thing. So, us being an ink thing is pretty new. That's a new angle to take it. And also what's interesting about that is at the very end of Bendy and Ink Machine, there's stuff that erases ink, which Henry could go through because he was human, but his ink friends that he made during the Ink game couldn't go because if they touched it, they would die. They'd be erased. And so only Henry could enter it because he was still human. Now, obviously, our character isn't human. We are very clearly, if we can just see in our little silhouette here, we have changed a bit. However, that means that I wonder if that's going to become a mechanic because we can't go to certain places. The other thing which I'm going to say before I continue on this is this implies that this is like a different dimension, which that was never implied really in the original Bendy and Ink Machine. Now, and let me clarify this. There was, again, the weird ending in Bendy and Ink Machine, because let me clarify, the entirety of Bendy and Ink Machine was in the color scheme you're seeing right now, the sepia-type tone. Until the ending, when we see Henry talking with Joey Drew, an older Joey Drew, in like a house or something, that was in color. And previously, though desaturated, the previous part was in color, and he said we had to die, and then we woke up here, and it's kind of clear in this version of events that this isn't reality. That was not clear in the original game, which I guess is implying that this sepia tone place isn't the quote-unquote real world, but another layer of reality, maybe? I'll hold my theories for now, but that was definitely not really super implied in the original game. The only thing that kind of implied that was at the very end of the game, before Henry went back to the animation studio, you did see it was in color as opposed to the sepia tones. But that's something. Wilson knows your purpose. The man who killed the demon, or the ink demon. So, okay, so we've already established that Wilson's got some sort of personality here. I also like how he's given, like, cartoony hands here. Also, he may not have eyes anymore. He may just decide, you know what? Fuck eyes. Who needs that shit? I don't want to see. Relax. The man who killed the ink demon, Wilson, knows your purpose. Of course, we also know that Wilson did not kill the ink demon. Kill might be too strong of a word, but Henry was the one who defeated the ink demon in the original Bendy. You can climb up here with a ladder. But I'll do that in just a second. It looks like we crawled out of it. Oh, hey, it's the book. The Illusion of Living. I don't know why the Illusion of Living is in... Oh, I picked it up. Wait, why did I pick it up? What did I pick up? Also, I can save my game whenever. I'll make a save slot. Alright. I remember I can save there. Also, oh, we can see how we look like right there. There we are. As I said, we're a little bit less human than we were a little bit ago. Our objectives is to escape the studio and find a way out. Welcome home is the name of it. What the fuck did I pick up? Is that like a collectible? Am I trying to collect those books? And maybe it'll do something if I collect them all? Well, I'll keep that in mind. Can I climb this ladder in the meantime if I can? I can jump now. Can I crouch? I cannot crouch, but I can jump, which I could not do before. Can I do like a crazy parkour thing, get up on this? Kinda. But I couldn't get up there even from here. You can just kind of see it from here, though. Oh, I get it. It's missing. I was wondering why this was glowing. I thought that meant I could climb it, but no, it's because it's missing parts. I need to get the extra steps. That's what I'm doing. I get it now. There they are, in fact. Time to weld them like katanas. But no, I see their purpose. Oh, every great story begins in mystery. Although things may be dark at the start, the truth will illuminate your way. Don't be afraid of who you are. Fear only what you may become and banish it away. Your best pal, Joey Drew Studios' personal memo. I'm gonna cough. Okay, so I guess this is written by your best pal. Ambiguous. Welcome home is what it says over there. So obviously what I just picked up allows us to do this. And I will say this, I don't know how this game is designed. I'm playing this super blindly. But let's put that there, and I'm going to see if I can step into the ink or if I can't do that. Because in the... this is going to be a science experiment. I'm going to save my game before I step into this. Yes. I can step in. But to a point, I can't get too far into it. So there's like a limit to it. For starters, I like these flowers, but I don't know their implication yet. Welcome home. So, I guess... So the ink people can't really step into, and it looks like I can kind of step into it, but I can't continue into it. Henry had no difficulty walking through ink. I guess we can't quite have that luxury. Alright. Going up. I'm saying follow that, don't mind me. There are definitely these odd flowers going around. Don't think I don't notice. Inspect. What's in the music box? Turn the key. Hear the melody. It's Alice Angel. I mean, that was nice. Nice little jig you got going on there. I think that's the song that she had in the first game, but I don't remember the melody well enough to actually confirm that. Geez, you think I was drowning kittens? The way these people are looking at me, I've never seen such disappointment in a person's eyes. But this is the way of things. If management can't pay their bills, then the bank takes the goodies back. Still, it does break me a little knowing how much I love them old cartoons this place used to make. Oh well, times change, life moves on. Telly Wester. Now let me clarify, I'm bad with names. I remember the main characters' names, surprisingly enough, all these years later, despite the fact I wasn't super attached to them. Though they are pretty simple names, like Bendy, Alice Angel, Boris, Henry, Joey Drew. But I don't remember every side character's name in Bendy, so if like the side character is referenced by name, I'm probably not going to catch on. Just giving that heads up right now, because I bet that's going to happen. It's going to be like a character from the first game talking, and I'll just not catch on at all, because I don't remember the name. This this flower lights up. Are we going to learn how to crouch? Oh, but I need to change my key. I don't like C being crouch. So I haven't been able to crouch until now. But I'm going to change my controls for a second, if I can. Can I not? Oh. I don't like it when C is crouch. I like it to be control. Da, 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 da. Yeah, there's no option here to change the controls. Maybe there was on the main menu, but I don't want to check. I guess I'll just deal. I don't think there's a reason for me to come back here, but I'll go back now that I've learned how to crouch. How's it going there, Britta? Just investigating. Everybody do the dinosaur. I'm just thinking of that. Can I drown myself in ink? Yes. Yes. Okay, no, there's nothing there. Yeah, nice, delicious ink today. Honestly, who could complain with this nice, ample supply of ink to fill our ink needs? Anyways, now that we've gained the magical ability of crouching, here we are over here. I can't run yet, though. I feel like I'm going to learn how to run eventually.
Attention, children of the machine. This is Wilson, your friend, your protector. For 211 days, you've lived without the ink demon haunting your steps. I banished him away, tore his body in two. In return, I asked just a little favor. Among you, there is a stranger, a young lady. Bring her to me.
Am I the only lady here? That's a very, like, broad description otherwise. Peekaboo. I can hide. Here's another note. Joey. Jack and... Okay, this is from... Oh, I remember the name. Sammy Lawrence. I know this. This is the character all the fangirls like. There's the weird religious dude. Joey. Jack and I have been wondering if you could meet us or meet with us concerning the current situation. We have been with you for many years, and we feel we have contributed to the success of Bendy in the past. Our interest is purely in keeping this company strong. We just want to help however we can. Let's talk. Sammy Lawrence. Yep, just picking up all the memos. Don't mind me. I can hide in here. Oh, Bendy. And I collected parts? Sure. I don't know what that means, but I'll figure it out. I did see there was like a crafting menu or something. Hi, Bendy. Is Bendy still there? Yeah, he's still there. Bendys have a tendency to disappear after you see them. Nothing there. That looks like a very uncomfortable shower. Alright, let's see how our inking ability goes. How deep does this go? Not super deep. Makes us move slow as molasses, but doable. I like this. For some reason, this particular hallway I'm a fan of. So I'm probably going to take a screenshot. But I like it. I dig it. I like the look of its jib, I guess. The ink drips. Darkness has spread through the studio. The reaching shadows creep around you. Something hungers for your corrupted flesh. It is close, so very close. It strains to grab you, choke you from behind. You will feel its breath upon your neck. It is close. I'll also go back here just for a second. I think that book I caught at the very beginning was a collectible. And so now that I know that there's like these little collectibles, I'm a silly, silly goose. And I'm going to kind of not get obsessed in collecting all of them, but I'm going to try and look around just in the little nooks and crannies to make sure I'm not like missing a book or something. So I'll probably do a little bit more thorough of an investigation. Be like, okay, sure, there was nothing. And then continue on my way. I'm just going to try and remember to do that more often going forward as opposed to me going backwards to check. Until I get like weird powers like the crouching power. The power to crouch. Like I got once I approached the door. Because I'm assuming I'm going to get more of my abilities as they become context important. Not the best form of game design, but it isn't the worst either. It works fine, I guess. Hello? Who's got the industrial parts working? I definitely feel like I'm walking in some sort of interesting place. Let's sit down for a bit. Have a nice rest. The machine sounds like it turned off and it was turning on in here. Couple of hiding, or just not a couple hiding spots. Or, yeah, there's a couple. Oh wait, no, it's not hiding spots. It's one of those that I can open. No three. Checking through here, just. Hi. It's one of the enemies. High five. Winning smile, honestly. You have something in your mouth? Nope. The Butcher Game. Alright. Nothing in this pile of boxes. Don't mind me. Again, I can't run yet, so that's why I'd probably be walking around regardless, but just running's not an option yet. Oh, finally, a tape recorder. These were all over the first game.
I just received the call. Joey Drew is dead. What a quiet end to an extraordinary life. Last I heard, he was staying in some cramped apartment downtown. You practically hear the rats through the telephone when he called me last April. In spite of that, old Joey sounded quite happy when last we spoke. More like the excited, hopeful young man I knew once upon a time. Well, farewell, my friend. What will become of your creations now?
Let's pick up. Bat Bud Juice. Memories. How many collectibles are in this game? Okay, well, now my menu is slowly adding more things. So we got all that. We now have these audio logs we can re-listen to.
I just received the call. Joey Drew
We have a little thing there. Baseball. A baseball signed by the legendary Bud Lewis. This would make an exciting gift for any young baseball fan. And it's labeled as a memory, so am I a baseball fan? I suppose. Hey Ryan, know anything about baseball? Nope. There was like a Ruth person who was famous once upon a time. Swing the ball. I mean, you swing the bat to hit the ball. That's as American as I get with that. Apple pie or something. Nothing I see in these little crevices. It's obviously this lever, security override. Give me a bit. I'm just looking. Don't mind me. I just want to see everything. This is a hidden locker, though. And yep, her name is Audrey. Pull the switch. I can run. Wait, I can run! I've got stamina, but also the stamina refills super fast. Like, super fast. I feel like I'm gonna get chased soon, but that's okay. I've been chased before. Many times, in fact. Ooey gooey. Let's see. This is obviously closed off. Nothing in that whole setup. Tasty eats. Not much of it looks very tasty to me, I'll be honest with you. Hi, Bendy. That winning smile. Just make sure I'm not like missing any books or something. I probably am, but you know, I never know. Hello? Is anyone in here to give me a nice chaser sequence? Oh wait, can you always open these? Hold on. I haven't seen, like, I was just mashing the E button. Have I passed by a crate like that before? Is there any crates down there? I guess not. I guess, oh, well, no, that's not a crate. That's just a box. Not the same thing. I'll just keep in mind for the future that these crates can be opened. Not a lot of that crate, but you know, all the same. Looks like something in the vent that's had to crawl away. Could have been. Maybe wasn't. Hi, Bendy. Let's see. To the left, to the right. Sit on down. Have yourself a nice little spiel. If I was walking down this hall... Oh, wait, is this the toy factory? Yeah, it is from the first game. Is that where I've been? This was from episode 3 of the original Bendy. It's a little bit more in the state of disrepair than it once was, but... Heavenly Toys. Hi, Bendy. Continuing though, can I open this? Yes, I can. And there's a shiny right here. Again, I'm getting batteries and stuff. Let me look at where that says in my menu. I can see that down here. I'm collecting parts, and it looks like there's gonna be a crafting system eventually introduced. But I have no context for what that means right now. All right, so we have Alice Angel, we have Bendy, we have Boris the Wolf, we have the Butcher Gang. We have the Butcher Gang, except I don't recognize that member of the Butcher Gang, but whatever. And that's the new character I saw earlier with the big butt. It's a spider thing. I guess it's part of the Butcher Gang, but definitely wasn't in the first game. That is a huge Boris plush. Hey, buddy, you ever want something to stuff a body into? Well, here is this Boris plush. Alright, so this is weirdly highlighted, which makes me feel like I'm going to come back here eventually and this is going to open. Because it looks like something that could be open, right? And the light makes it look like you can come back here. Also, is this a hiding spot like the original game? It is. Can't wait. Can't wait to be hiding in closets. Really, what's the best part of a horror game? You hide in a closet. I mean, I'm a little bit facetious, but I don't really hate it either. Opening this. Oh, another note. As the winds are changing around here, I'm asking myself, Sean, what are you doing? There's a whole world out there. Places to see. A family to spend my days with. This here job is just a job. I'll have others like it. No worry there, but the important thing is we should remember to live. I think it's time I did just that. From Sean Flynn. I have no idea who that is. Alright, nothing else. Little Bendy toy having the Bendy choo-choo train fun. Very adult wording I'm choosing here right now. Don't let the kids hear me talk about that Bendy choo-choo train. Okay, anything here? Nope. It's just nothing. But there's a... Yeah, I was actually wondering if I could open the garbage. The answer was yes. Yes, I could. This looks like they would hide a collectible. I have got that collectible tingle going on. Now that I said that out loud, I kind of regret saying that out loud. Let's see. Heavenly Toys, Gifts, and Games. Looks like I'm coming back there once I unlock something. Let's actually go up here now. I'll take a gander. Does this open the grate that goes back for it? No, it looks like it opens this grate. Before I open that, let me look over here. I can climb that, but I first want to hit the lever. Ah. It's not working. That's a shame. This is the... I will say this is the way that you win in the original game, so maybe it's like teasing you that you're going to go the same way. But no, we're just in the same hallway. We're taking a different route. Because our character can climb. Henry. Oh, hi. There. Oh. Run and hide. Will you see me if I hide in here? I mean, I figured you would. Thanks for not eating me, Abraham Lincoln. Nice humming. Low on health? Grab a stack. Survival means some dangerous situations. When you are low on health, you will need to eat. Locate hidden food stashes all throughout the studio. Ah, yes, there's the bacon soup I remember. Find some food. Are you open now? No. Oh, is that what these crates are for? I looked at you earlier. You weren't open. Good old bacon soup.
I wouldn't drink too much of that if I were you.
Hi,
It
Alice.
helps patch you up. But the aftertaste, it's not so good. Easy now, I'm not gonna hurt you. It looked like you needed some help.
Don't touch me. What are you? Ugh, what is this horrible place?
Yeah, I remember my first day down here. I know, it's scary. But you're actually pretty lucky. The machine could have turned you into a searcher.
You mean that thing that attacked me?
No, that's a Piper. And he's part of a gang, so be careful.
I don't understand any of this. I can't think. It hurts.
You'll catch on pretty quickly, if you can stay alive. Lesson 1. Searchers don't have legs and they tend to swarm. Look, it's not good to stay in one place for too long around here. Keep moving, and stay close to the shadows. Take my advice. Head to the upper levels. It's safer there.
Can I come with you?
You can't. I'm sorry. I have a wolf. He doesn't care for strangers.
A wolf?
Like I said, you'll catch on. Good luck. I hope we meet again. Oh, and one more thing. Above everything else, stay away from the ink demon.
What's an ink demon?
Oh, you'll know him when you see him. He likes to smile, and he kills anything that moves.
Wait! What's your name?
They call me Alice. I'm not very fond of it.
I'm Audrey.
Well, Audrey, welcome to the studio.
Well, that was definitely the version of Alice that we saw at the end of episode 4 in Ink the Machine. It was in episode 5 that you eventually didn't see the fate of. So, and they tried to definitely make you know that you know it was, because she had a Boris that was very unfriendly to you. So that's what they were definitely trying to imply. It's the one that you saw. She has the same voice actress, but all the same. Also, the more interesting thing is that she implies that the Ink Demon is very much still alive, which, you know, of course he is. But, of course, our guy Wilson's trying to claim he killed the Ink Demon, so we'll see how that develops, I suppose. Nothing really to stand to there. Ready to go face on Ink Demons, I guess. And searchers, without legs. And they can swarm you. That was our little warning. And to stick to shadows. I really wish I could set crouch to control as opposed to see. But that's just me. Around here, it's just best to stay out of sight. Don't ever go running into some place if you don't know what's in there. If you attack a problem head on, you're gonna find yourself in trouble, and that's just foolish. You gotta watch, listen, and when the time is right, push forward. Another note from our best pal. I wonder if we'll ever get context on who our best pal is. Oh, this is a hiding spot. Also, what was the thing that popped up that was giving me a thing? So this is a hiding spot. It's actually a pretty creative way to do a hiding spot. Won't lie about that. Continuing this way. Anything here? Another note. A new terror has descended into our lives. This man is named Wilson. Ever since our world feels strained, like a great beast held in chains. The Ink Demon hasn't been seen in a long time. Many of us refuse to believe he's really gone. But what does it matter? Down here we're all sinners. Children of the machine all have the demon in our inky blood. I guess that's fair. Maybe. There's two directions to go, and I'm gonna look down here first. I don't think there's anything down here. I just wanted to look. Really, that was the extent of what my thought process was. This kind of looks like the right way. So I kind of want to look over here and see if this is the wrong way. But I could close this door. Okay. Peekaboo. I probably should be crouching as this is a stealth horror action game. Any food in here, but I'm not hungry. Hi, Bendy. Seems spooky. No supplies, Nada. Not even that book. I thought that book might be one of my collectibles, but apparently not. Oh, that mirror scared me. I thought it was something walking towards me. I fell for the dumb trick. But, oh, we're gonna get a good look at ourselves finally. Oompa, oompa. So even you get that, like, I want to see our back. I know we can't, but you can't see it on this menu either, so. But she has a realization, oh no, I'm not that, I'm a little bit less human than I was before, basically. I'm not going to say you're not human, but you're a little bit less human than you once were. Hi, Bendy, want anything? I'm going to go down to the bacon soup factory. Want me to bring you back some? Hi. Where is the toy man? I feel like you've got more important things to concern yourselves with than where the toy man is. Is this a hiding spot? I'll say this, there's some creative hiding spots. Delicious bacony soup, Bendy. Why would this be a good hiding spot? I feel like if I walked in here, I would see somebody hiding in there. Like, whatever. Where is the toy man? Let's play this.
Yeah, so those Gen Corporation boys are kind of strange. Every time I come back to work, they put in even more of their pointless gadgets. Now, last week, they built some kind of, I don't know, electrical towers over near Animation Alley. This week, they added security codes for opening doors. Jeez, what kind of work do they think we do here anyways? Last I checked, we make toys and silly cartoons. This ain't Fort Knox, you know what I mean? Now, it's my job to look over these shipping invoices and remember a bunch of random numbers? Yeah, no freaking thank you. I'm just gonna record the door code here so you can get it. Alright. Code is 451. 451. If Mr. Drew, Mr. Gray asks, you didn't hear it from me, okay?
So 451 is the combination you go back in. Let's open this door back here. Yeah, let's open this up. That's what I was wondering. I just kind of wanted to say, I started figuring out this was the right way to go. I was going. I like that note, though. Classic 451. Oh, yeah, is that the... I always forget the number, but that's the one, the classic thing for the number... Fuck, the number that goes between... Why can't I not think of the fucking... It's the immersive sim, the immersive sim number. I didn't realize that was it because I've stupidly not memorized it. But yeah. 451 it is, though. Can't go over there, so we'll go over this way. Just wanted to see if there was anything over there. I feel like I'm missing a bunch of the collectible books. But whatever, I'm not going for a 100% run. This is my blind playthrough. 4, 5, 1. There we go. Fancy. Tasty original chips. And yeah, for those who don't know, there's... I didn't remember it was from System Shock specifically, though I guess that kind of makes sense. Wasn't that from Deus Ex? Regardless, there's a genre of video games known as immersive sims, and there's this in-joke of the first combination in one of these games being 451, but there was a number that if you try the number in a bunch of different immersive sims, they usually put Easter eggs and stuff. If you put that number in, usually the game won't tell you that that's a number that you can put in. Some game, depending on the game, they might do different things with it, but it's like an in-developer joke between several dozen different games, that if you put the number into different games, they do things because it's just an in-dev joke, basically. It became kind of a thing. A lot of developers were like, ha ha ha, the classic number. He sees everything. I like that.
It seems that Archgate Studios, in all its misplaced admiration, was so eager to absorb the life's work of that crooked charlatan Joey True, they didn't fully realize what they had acquired. Call it fate that I just happened to be there on the loading dock that morning when the delivery boys dropped one of the crates. It smashed open, and inside there was something truly special. A mass of yellow steel and beautiful rivets. Some kind of machine. No one knew what it was, so the fools put it on display for all to see. But I could tell that this crude device held secrets. Secrets that could be mine.
Secrets. I'll bother him for a second. Decided to close the door and not bother us, but I wanted to bother him. Alright, ladder down. Ink. Again, I'm not really sure how good of a hiding spot this would be, but I guess it's an option. Alright, so I feel like we're probably very shortly going to have our first actual chase sequence. So, I mean, I guess technically we had one that was more of a scripted learn how to hide thing. Factory access, locker access. It says both are open. It's open season. A locker access opened. Alright, ready to run around and hide from monsters because we're currently defenseless? They definitely set up that there's a monster in here, so we'll do our best. It's been a while since I played a hide-and-seek horror game, so I'll have to get readjusted to the ropes. But I don't expect this to be that challenging. What is this? Why was that your response of what to do? Okay, hold on. I get that that was a permanent upgrade thing, and this is definitely a different game. Mechanically, the Bendy the Ink machine, we see we have crafting, we're getting a permanent upgrade. But I would have seen that, and my first instinct being, I gotta punch it! Then again, maybe that's just not how I'm wired. Health or stamina? Currently, stamina hasn't cost me any problems. It also looks like there's a third category, but I assume it's once I get like weapons so I can do more damage. For now, I will definitely permanently upgrade my health. Because, again, I haven't needed my health for anything, but it seems a bit more useful until I figure out that I hit my stamina restrictions. So, let's upgrade my health. Anything in here? Yep, we got another thing that was part of our growing crafting list before we figure out what we're even crafting. You can hear it, like, slinking itself around. Oh, keys. Good thing I checked this locker specifically. Unlock the maintenance gate. Bendy bar. Bacon soup. There's no enemies in here. I thought there was going to be something more around the corner. Will it give me a jump scare if I peek through? I was hoping it might. Nothing there. Books. Oh, wait. There's some slugs. I guess that's money. Is that up here on my money menu? Yeah, it's money menu. There's definitely collect. Oh, wait. I can move this out of the way. There you go, Boris. Out of the way. And that unlocks this, I assume, the key I just got. Caution. Keep. You know what I kind of enjoy that they're doing? Like, actually enjoy. They keep on building up to the first real like sequence that I assume we have to learn how to hide and sneak in. Because obviously they keep on like pushing it off. But I like how they keep on doing a good job at setting up the red flags you're about to have to do it. In this case, because now you unlock the thing, they have the caution, keep closed, after you saw there were enemies in here. And currently I don't expect it to happen immediately because there's actually not a hiding spot in this room. Well, I guess you could run around this. And there's a hiding spot all the way back there, so maybe. We'll see what happens. Now doing this slow build up of her opening the door. I enjoy the slow build up. I'm gonna cough, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit sick. Though I'm feeling a lot better, I still have to occasionally cough. And so, as I said, occasionally if you see me, I said this at the beginning, I'll say it again. If you see me occasionally pause and get silent and just silly move my mouse around, that's just a sign that I'm coughing. Just know that'll be what I do. Continuing down this way. I do feel a lot better than I was feeling the last couple of weeks, though. Gonna crawl under this. It's Animation Alley. Is that where we animate the fight scenes? That's where all the budget goes into, the fight scenes, you see. Usually. Oh, is this... Oh, it's one of the spider things. Alright. I'm ready for a creepy, spooky, hiding... Okay. I said I was ready, but I guess I didn't fully expect that. Save your game anytime in the pause menu. Yeah, I'm aware. But since you told me, I'll do it right now. Employees and is there something crawling on the ceiling there, or am I crazy? I'm probably just crazy. I think it's just like a fan. Anyways, I'm gonna rough and tough him up. What a shower. Just gonna wash myself off in ink. Little devil, devil. Oh, it's lounge. Studio tour.
Everyone knows that a happy work environment needs a place where you can sit back and enjoy something tasty. I'm Joey Drew, and you're standing in our grand, expensive new employee break room. My company family always deserves the best. By partnering with Briar Label and Tasty Bens, I'm able to provide the most delicious treats at a very cheap cost to our workers. Pull up a chair and chow down, my friends.
Yum, 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 yum. Alright, today's menu. Soup de jour, bacon soup again. Cold food cheese sandwich with sprouts. That's 15 cents. Alright, chef special. Mwah. Ami bourguignon with potatoes and greens. Plates left, it's sold out. Good luck in Rio, Audrey. We will miss you. Love the kitchen staff. No outside food. Coffees and donuts, 15 cents. It's open. Ooh, I want a little bite of this thing. Give me some of that Briar Label bacon soup. Yum. Yum, 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 yum. Look there at that kitchen. You have yourself a nice little snack there, mate. Looks like I can knock this down. If I had a weapon. Maybe. Or that might be a shortcut I opened up to get back here. Can I eat food out of the... Yeah! Who doesn't love some garbage food? Yup. Bendy bar. I should probably stop eating food when I don't actually need it, because I'm about to actually get into combat. I might need this to heal. Let's listen to this, though. There's something playing on it, but I can't make it out, like, even a little bit. As we make our way up to God, is that what you just said? I think it's a religious sermon. Might be wrong though. This is a nice screenshot. I'd be interested to hear somebody boost this, like, up the volume, make it a little more clear. Sounds like them did. Regardless, oh wait. I'm not gonna eat all the food in here because I think I can come back here to heal. There's a hiding spot here. Out of my hiding hole. Anything else here? I remember I left a donut here. There's a battery and some gent parts. I'm collecting those, not knowing what they're for yet, but I'm sure I'll be happy I collected them later. There's another hiding spot. I can't eat that donut. I can take this. It's a gent battery casing. Daily buffet, 89 cents, no change. Please pay cashier first. Ah, yes, the buffet. What do they have for me? Partially eaten donut. There's a sound coming from back here. Like a heartbeat. I want in. It sounds interesting in there. Let me in. They're not going to let me in, I don't think. Oh, I can't open this. I need to be a little more observant sometimes. Why did I eat that? I shouldn't have eaten that yet. I am happy I'm observant. I'm not happy I just sort of instinctively ate it, though. I'm not in bad health right now. I should save the food for when I actually am in bad health. Nothing through here. Now let's actually go to the sneaky, scary parts. I'm going to crouch because I'm entering unknown, spooky territory. I do think I'm going to eventually get in there. It looks like that wall could have been destroyed. Hello. Sneaking here from a spider monster I saw. Anyone coming out of those pipes? Not that I can tell. So that's the employee lounge, and this is the animation department. Indeed, that is where spiders would go. The animation department. I'm crouching right now if you're curious why I'm going so slow and so low to the ground. Just kind of gain a feel for the place. I think I'm fine right now. But I don't know. Joy in work, trust in Joey. Hidey hole. Hidey, hidey, hidey hole. Okay. Over here we got some nice little shower areas. I don't know if these are supposed to be showers, they just make me think of showers. Looks like you stand in them and then ink pours out onto you into little ink things. And I guess that's what you do here. Who am I to judge? I'm not an ink person. Why should I judge somebody else's style of life if they need to bathe in ink? Here's another very destructible looking wall that looks like I can come back to once I have something that can, like, destroy those walls. I'll have to remember these are here because those look incredibly destructible. And I assume I'm going to get a weapon eventually, which I assume I can use to break those down. But I don't have a weapon yet, so sneaky, sneaky I go. I need to get a key here. First, listen to this.
I'm ready for something different in my career.
Locked again?
I interrupted the cutscene.
This is getting old.
Break the lock. Oh, I do need to get a weapon. Okay, let me listen to that though, because I skipped it. Oh, there we go.
I'm ready for something different in my career. I've built steel companies from the ground up, dabbled in petroleum, even tried political office once. That Nathan Arch, they used to say. He's got the magic touch. But I'm hungry for a bit of fun, I think. Something both the masses and I can enjoy. My son suggested movies. Open a studio. Now, I love a good film as much as anyone, but the magic of animation, now there's something special. My old friend Joey knew the thrills of bringing characters to life. Rest his soul. Maybe with a bit of elbow grease and a small cash investment, I can resurrect the past.
Resurrect the past is quite a phrasing for that. All the same, though. Time for a reboot! Haha! Said Hollywood everywhere and everyone. Let's get and hide in here. Hidey, hidey, hidey hole. Alright, so what do we got here? We have the Animation Alley. You're about to enter the Animation Alley. All tour groups with tickets, please keep to the left side of the studio hallway so that our talented team of artists may take their magic without interruption. Thank you. Hidey, hidey, hidey hole. Open, gent card required. So if I get a gent card, I can enter the safe and sound. What does that mean? Is that like a special hiding spot? I need a gent card to hide there. Another very breakable looking wall. And I'm trying to get a weapon to break things. That kind of makes sense. I'll go down this way before I go down that way. Taking a peek around. There's Little Devil Darling. Another one of these stations. Oh, hey, I finally get what these are. Patented ink delivery system. Safety instructions. Carefully position your ink collection method beneath the flow nozzle. Do not remove your ink collection method until the ink has completely ceased to flow. Clear the nozzle weekly to prevent blockage. Ignore any voice coming from pipe. Slowly pour any excess ink into drainage pan. Designed by Gent Ink, whatever. So, not showers, but ink collection things. That's kind of fascinatingly odd. Speaking of fascinatingly odd.
He's having a bad day.
Oh, you're already at that level of sarcasm. Does that say upside down? The dark puddles. Okay, the dark puddles are calling. Okay, yeah, it says the dark puddles are calling. Over here, demon follower. Alright, so some people don't like the demon following that some people have been up to. Open. Or is it actually closed? It is actually closed. Well. Alrighty then. I guess I'm going to the Animation Alley. I feel like this is where we're actually going to encounter our first threat. Please have tickets ready for inspection. Work hard, work happy. That's a cool but creepy... Oh wait, that's the weapon I'm looking for. I can see it right there. It's the pipe. It's used in the first Bendy game. So we have to walk all the way over there just to get a pipe. Wait, why is it that easy? I haven't encountered anything yet. Collected Gent Toolkit. Hello. Management has come up with a new way to reward us employees. Instead of paying out bonuses or overtime, they've started handing out these little tokens that you can spend in company vending machines. Besides that, these tokens ain't got value of any kind. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like the idea. But the best part about the whole thing is that within a week, someone figured out how to make fake tokens that fools the vending machines. We started calling the fake ones slugs. Now, I can't remember the last time I've seen a real token around here. Them slugs are everywhere. Probably costed the studio a ton of money in snacks alone. Hudson Doyle. Would you kindly find a crowbar or something? Haha, Bioshock reference. Slug, slug, slugs. Okay, we got a little story of what these are, I guess. Just looking around. There is a Gent battery. And Gent parts. So Gent's like the company that does the machinery stuff that I'm collecting mostly stuff from, so. I also open up this drawer over here, but there's nothing in there, it seems. Oh. I ate chocolate nuts. Alright. I'm not gonna get the pipe quite yet. Like, it's so obviously right there.
Audrey, it's Alice. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Audrey? I'm so glad you're all right.
Alice. I think you and I have very different definitions of all right.
Where are you?
Animation department entrance? But it's locked up tight.
Good. That means you're heading up. Look for anything you can use to break in. Maybe there's a gent pipe nearby. What was that?
There's something in here.
Audrey, find that gent pipe. Now.
I'm not gonna hurry up though. First, I'll take the battery. I'll take the toolkit. I'll take that. I'll take this and that. Anything else I can take before I pick it up? I'm gonna pick it up now. Wait, is that not the pipe? I really thought that was the pipe weapon. Am I crazy? This whole time I was like, oh, I'll just hold off picking up that because that looks like the weapon from the first game. But apparently not. I think it's a spider enemy. I don't know why, but like spiders don't actually make the sound that's being made, but it's like the video game spider enemy sound. Looks like damage to be used. You're probably right. I will save my game on right here, though. Actually, maybe I don't trust. I know this is like a weird suspicion, but I don't trust that if I save in the barrel, that'll load correctly. I don't know why I've got that gut feeling. It probably would be fine. I just want to make sure. For some reason, I think I've had the negative experience, not in this game, but in another game or something like that. Regardless, back I go. Where will I stop? Hopefully to find a gent pipe. I'll be sneaky. Ah, we got peeking spots. But I don't see nothing. To be honest, I don't know where I'm headed. Did the door over here open? I'll crawl. You can see I'm crawling. Don't have a gent card. Yeah. They're definitely building up to the enemy encounter. As I said, they're doing a good job at just continuously building up, which I don't mind. I don't mind that over them throwing like a bajillion enemies my way already at this point. The slow build-ups can be fun, in my opinion, and this one's kind of fun. Moving on over this way. I'm being a sneaky sneak. I'll get caught immediately, but I'll be sneaky sneak until then. I do hear someone walking now, though. There's a hiding spot back there if I need to run to it. I'll sneaky sneak in the meantime. I thought it might slide out of that or something. But we'll see. How about over here? We are. Candles lit. I'm being very, very sneaky. I don't even know where I'm headed for right now, so I'm just kind of going. Is this always open? The banjo music. I like the chase thing. Brah, 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 brah. Okay, so it's like a little spider thing. This is our first enemy. I'll squash it like a bug. Oh, was there something here this whole time? Ooh, I missed that. Alright, I'm still gonna be a Mr. Sneaky Sneak. Am I heading for the maintenance room? The like, I don't recall that being open, so maybe that's where I'm headed. Maybe that's where I came from. I honestly don't know. No time like the present. So I did like slurp through something last time. I think he's gonna reap here through the hole that I popped out from last time. Nah, I'm fine. I don't... Did I come from here? Oh, I did come from here. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be headed, but the enemy did pop up here, so... the crouching shadow. Made me laugh, I'm sorry. This is definitely where I came from, but I know I'm looking for a pipe. I can even see the purpose of finding the pipe. I'll go back a little bit more, but then I'm going to go back to where I just came from, just to make 100% sure. I mean, there's spooky music playing. So we gotta count for something, right? Alright. Not that. Factory access. That's what I need to get open. Okay. I think it's a bit far back, too. If I have to go this way. But then again, the spark did pop up when I was doing this. I'll go back. I don't feel like I need to go this far back yet. I feel like I have to eventually when I get the factory access opened. But I don't think that's yet. I'll wander my way back. Also, the spiders pop out of their spidey holes. Alright, so we're going back to Animation Alley. I'll figure out where I haven't been. I feel like I've been most everywhere here, but evidently not, or else I probably would have found what I need to do next. Back to the kitchen with Dinah. Back with the kitchen with you. Ho, ho, ho. Back to the kitchen with Dinah. Walk to the kitchen, yo ho ho. And I say fee fi fooly fo. Walking round the corner, ho ho. Pizza's house. Or it's Fizz's house. I thought I said pizza for some reason. Maybe I'm just craving pizza. So this is probably not open, right? Didn't think so. But I remembered that was there, so I thought might as well check. So Alice wants us to find a pipe so we can defend ourselves. That makes sense. Also, there's all these creaky walls that look like I could use a pipe to bash in. But where do I get a pipe? Honest answer is, I have no idea. I mean, I'll look. I am definitely looking for a pipe. I think I found a pipe, but it's kind of weird. It was like it was kind of broken, probably. Probably wasn't what I was looking for. If I can find a pipe, I can probably get to a bunch of new places, because it looks like there's several breakable walls around here. But the time to break that open has not yet, because I haven't found a pipe. It feels like it has to be over here, though, right? Like, it says this needs something to break it open. I swear, like, that looks like the pipe from the first game. But I couldn't pick it up, so I guess it's not. Let's look around a bit more. I might just be missing something obvious. That does happen sometimes. Not the gear. Indeed, I am not picking up that pipe. Wait, is there like a pipe up here? No books. Oh, I did miss these batteries like a silly person. But got them now. But indeed, it does not seem to be a pipe. I did hear the spider sounds again. What? Okay, well, where was the spider, though? I did hear the spider sounds before it attacked me. Huh. That happened, but I don't... I mean, I guess I did hear this. Oh, I could probably hear them before they crawl the fence. Well, if I die, I'll just see what happens when I die. I did save not that long ago. I have... What am I missing? Yeah, they come out of the holes above. I figured that out now, like, fully. Is this really not the pipe I'm supposed to be picking up? My worry is, like, that's glitched or something. It probably isn't, actually, but... Then I'm thinking, what do I get a spider, so I'm gonna go hide again. Brown, brown. I like the theme, though. Okay. What do you guys think I'm missing? Well, where do you guys think the pipe is hiding from me? I'll check over here again a little more thoroughly. I now know to also listen out for the spider sounds. Wait, cutscene.
Oh no. There's the gent pipe.
Oh.
Way too dark in there. Need to get the lights working first.
Restore power to the atrium supply. Okay, well at least that's an objective. Oh yeah, there's a pipe in there, isn't there? Okay, well at least now we have some direction. Gonna be a sneaky snake. I'll eat some food when I see some food. If I die, that'll be alright. I'll save if I get through this part. How do you restore power here, though? Now being careful of the ceilings, because that's definitely where the enemies are dropping out from. I guess I'll go to the kitchen first. Just to be on the safe side and get some nom-noms. Moving on over slowly. I did leave a little bit of food for myself, but I should have probably left more, but I was being silly about it. I have no idea where the power generator is, though. On the bright side, though, we did get a new quest, which does count for something. If I remember correctly, yep, I left some food here. Donut. Oh, also I get food like that, I see. I did put my health all the way back up. Cost me some money, but whatever. I'll get more money. Tasty eats. At least they now serve a purpose, but that's gotta count for something. I feel like it's not this store still, but I'll still check it. Okay, so if I was a generator, which I'm not, but if I was, I guess I would go backwards for that. Maybe that's why the scripted enemy thing happened right then. Because, you know, the generator would most likely be in maintenance, right? It would most likely not be in the animation studio or the buffet. It would probably be in maintenance. That just seems likely, right? And now that I know I'm looking for a generator, I guess I can keep my eyes out for it. Generator. What looks like a generator? If it quacks like a generator. It's these important questions we have to ask ourselves. Truly, what is thou generator? If I had to restore power... I feel like one of the most common side things you do in horror games is turn generators on. Not that that's a bad thing, I've got nothing against it. In fact, I even understand the appeal of it. In fact, I'm a little bit endeared to it even. But I feel like if you have to make a list of the most common horror tropes, especially in horror games, one of them would 100% be go turn on the generator. I feel like that's a very common one. One that you see like all the time. Not that, but it's not really like a complaint, it's just an observation, I guess. Mad generator spoilage. I just like hop on down, have a great time. So I don't actually know if the generator is all the way back here. I just don't honestly know where the generator is, so I'm just gonna kind of look around until I'm like, oh, there it is. That's a generator. That's what we turned on there. There's the toy man thing. Hi, Bendy. Still over there having a good time? Yeah, he's still over there having a great time. There I am, high and by me. You're not a generator, are you? Nope. I'm trying to think. And I honestly can't picture where I think the generator is. Maybe there's some wires there that would have led me to it? Nah, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. I probably just I'll look again, though. Yeah, I mean, I'm still only in the first episode. I'm going slow as molasses. But I'm enjoying it more than I expected to in some ways. That said, we're still super early in. They let you go back pretty far. I feel like the generator, there's no way the generator is all the way this far back, but, you know, I'm here. Yeah. I'm surprised some of the mechanics you like use again when you go all the way back here. Oh! Oh, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna die to this thing, I guess. I'm not? That was not what I was expecting, but that did happen. I heard the enemy, but I tried hiding in the locker because I heard the enemy. Only for that to turn out to be the enemy. I might reload my save file once I go all the way back here just to make sure this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. That wasn't really the series of events I expected to happen right then, but sure, I guess. I'm honestly a little bit surprised that you go all the way back here. I'm on next to dead, though, and I should probably reload my save file before I took all those hits and all that fun stuff. But I just want to see the generators back here. I feel like the answer to that is very clearly no at this point. I'm all the way back in the first room now. It is kind of neat that they let me go all the way back here, though. Alright, I'm gonna load that game. Load game. I guess I'll go to my here. That's a little bit later than the last the autosave, so. Oh, I'm here after I talk to her when I have to go. Hi! Oh! Why are you here? I'm gonna crouch this time. Actually, I'm gonna run towards the hiding spot. Yeah, okay, so you know what? I'm figuring out how this works 100% right now. Let me try crouching. I did not mean to load my autosave. I actually meant to load the previous save, but that's kind of funny, honestly. Okay, so I'm just on a fucking timer here. Apparently, I don't remember saving right before the spider popped up. But I guess we're all full of surprises. We're still in chapter 1. We're going very slow, Em. Okay, I'm just gonna run for it. Hide in the locker, I got this. Crawl back up the vent, Spider-Man. The magical Spider-Man, I guess. I'm gonna go here and save my game. Because I don't want to, like, reload my save file when that thing spawns, like, literally 2 seconds after I get out. Yeah. Right now I need to find the generator, but I don't know where the generator is. I'm gonna re-trigger this cutscene. I do know I can hear the spiders before they pop out of the vents, though. I'm figuring that out, at least. So now re-trigger this cutscene.
Oh no. There's the gent pipe.
Yeah, we need the pipe. But we need the lights on here
Too
first.
dark in there. Need to get the lights working first.
That's the spirit. Restore power to the atrium supply. Is there like a hint to where the generator is? I went all the way back and I experienced some fun things, but that's the objective. Restore power to the atrium. Find the fuse box. Alright. Find something to break the lock with. Get to the upper level. So right now we're looking for a fuse box. That does help, actually. So I'm not looking for a generator. I'm looking for a fuse box. And in my mind, the fuse box can't be that far backwards. Alright, everybody. Keep an eye out. We're looking for the fuse box. And also listening to see if spiders pop out and go wooga wooga wooga. And play banjo music, because that's what spiders do, you see. If I was a fuse box, where would I be? Over here? You're not a fuse box, you're a vent. I'm not going to make the dumb joke that everybody in their head has right now. I'll check over here first. What? I have to walk over here to trigger this? That's a little frustrating.
If I find you, I'm gonna rip your face off.
Okay. Sometimes have to do some sick coughs. The best way to avoid trouble is to not be seen. Remain crouched to stay low and keep your footsteps from being heard. Watch your enemies carefully so you may pass through safely. If something detects you, find a place to hide or get away fast. I will say sometimes the game does not do the best job at guiding you. Peekaboo. See that candy bar over there? No. I'm a creepy man crawly hole boy. That's locked. Here's the power.
Missing a fuse. Let's see if I can find one.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Wow, that objective just keeps getting bigger. Alright, where would I find the fuse? I'll save my game before I go on back. There I go. I'll override it here. I mean, I'm not going to complain about the fence because I almost feel like we're doing a joke here. But it's a little funny, I won't lie. A little funny, a little frustrating. The only problem is I don't know where a fuse is, but I'm starting to pick up that I walk around till I trigger an event. Oh, he cleared a pathway for me. Okay. If I was a fuse, where would I be? Oh, he took the pipe I was looking at earlier. Where the boy going? He going that way? That okay. That alright, boy. I don't really think the fuse is in here. But at the same time, I don't know it's not in here. Can I peek around the corner here? Oh, he's definitely coming back. Wow, I just kind of have to wait for him because he's going to go whatever way he's going. Let's see where the tides turn. Will he take a left at Malarkey? Probably not. I hear him squelching. I hear him squelching. He walking by. I think he's going this way.
The next person I see, I'm going to rip them apart. Just wait and see.
Well, that's winning personality right there. Time for me to crouch to victory. By victory, I mean trigger whatever I need to trigger so I can get the fuse. Because I don't know where the fuse is. But if I've learned anything in the last 10 minutes, it's I need to trigger a cutscene that will show me where the fuse is. Because that's how video games work. Or maybe more specifically, that's how this video game works. I'll save here. Or a new save spot just in case. Might as well rotate saves a little bit. Just a little bit. Fetch questception. I was right. I was fucking right. Okay. I'm starting to figure out this game's logic. If this makes any sense, sometimes when you play a video game, you have to sort of figure out what makes the game tick, like how those designers work. I want to hear what he says. I am starting to figure out how this game's internal logic works. I turned the radio on. And then walked away.
I don't believe in you. Leave me alone.
Doing his rounds. I think he was eating the snack from the machine next to me. There he goes that way. Okay, so I'm gonna have to wait for him because I don't know what's down the path that he's walking towards. And I think I need to go to where he is going. We'll see though. I hear him squelching still. It's kind of fun. I maybe should have tried sneaking when he went to the... When he went to the radio, maybe I should have tried sneaking away. I think I could have done it. Of course, I just didn't know where he was going at that point. Yeah, here he comes back. If he does the same pattern he did before, I know what part of his pattern I have to sneak out from. But, of course, it'd be more convenient if he just, like, left this area. Or maybe I just run for it, but I should run for it when I have the best chance because I don't know where I'm headed. I'm still going to try and sneak it, though, if I can.
My path. Mine. No one can take it away from me.
Okay, I'm doing it now. I'm sneaking. I figured out his pattern. And the best time to do this at. Some fun sounds coming from in there.
You're not alone down here.
That was pleasant. I need to wait for him to leave so he doesn't see me here. Just waiting.
Since when do shadows move?
I don't know. It depends what type of shadows you're talking to, I guess, buddy. Waiting for him to go. Yeah, he's walking down here right now.
Hello? Why won't anyone answer me?
And I should be walking away. I kind of have this like pattern in my head already. Okay, I think I can go out now, but I'm gonna wait just a moment because I was gonna go around the bend in a second. There he goes. I'll wait for him to like go. I need a pipe for this? Locked! Are you actually kidding me right now? Okay, hold on a second. Is that the fuse? Oh, that's the fuse.
Happy birthday to me.
Now I have to go back, and that means I'm gonna have to be a sneaky snake. I have to wait for him again. God. So the fuse was here. For a second I thought I was gonna be fucked over and the fuse wasn't here, but it was just on top of the birthday cake like a candle. So, you know, it's where I would have placed it too, I suppose. He just ate right now, so now I have to wait for him to walk around. He's gonna come down this way. He's right now walking around, and I'm gonna have to like sneak behind him and tailgate him. I probably, but then there's the enemy up ahead who might catch me if I start running. So it is best if I just try and sneak past him. The careless way to do this would be just to run for it. And that even might be better in some ways. But I don't know how, I'm on hard difficulty. I don't know how much this guy whacks a punch. And also there's the other guy that's like him that'll probably hear me running. And so I'll have two guys after me, and then who knows what will happen. And if I fuck that up, then I have to do this all over again. So it's best if I do this nice and slow. Do the strategy, which I pretty much know will work in my head, but need to pull it off, I guess.
Is anyone listening back there?
You wish, buddy. Okay, so he should be returning now, and I kind of know what I'm gonna do. Sneaky. He just scared the shit out of me. I didn't realize he was right there. I know the smartest way to do this. It's not the most fun way to do this, but it's the smartest way to do this. And now I wait for him to go back, and yada yada. I think you guys get what I'm doing. Again, not the most fun way to do this. I could probably run through and make it out okay, but then I'd also have to deal with the other enemy probably hearing me running around, and maybe even the spider enemy coming. So potentially 3 enemies on my tail, and that wouldn't be fun. So I'm just going to do this nice and slow and steady like a smart boy. He's going to come over here, he's going to mess around with the tasting machine, as he does. likes those snacks, what can I say? And I should start heading back. But however, though, I'm actually going to wait for him to turn around the corner. Or maybe... No. I see what point I should start going out. Okay. Start going out. Fuck! My life! He heard me come out of the closet? Are you kidding me? Now I'm out of stamina. He's going to catch up with me in a week. Yeah. Catch up. That made that feel like a waste. Now I need to wait like a patient guy. Bright side, see where this guy is right now. That I was a little bit concerned about because I didn't know where he was on his pathing. I thought he wouldn't, because since I entered the closet without him hearing me, I thought he wouldn't hear me when I exited the closet, but I guess he was too close in the radius of the closet, so he heard me when I stepped out. So there's a new mechanic I guess I should be aware of. If you hide into a closet when an enemy is nearby, they don't hear you hide in the closet. But if you step out of a closet when they're within too close of a radius, they do hear you. Good to know. And that was me being a little bit impatient, because instead of waiting for him to turn around the bend, I thought, oh, I could probably just sneak behind him right now. Okay, so for this enemy, he's going to go over there, and that's the direction I need to go in, so I'm going to wait till he sneaks past this way. It'll be good to know for the future, though, I'm sure. Given I don't think I have to stealth the entire game, I do think I'm going to get a weapon, and soon I'm just going to be able to melee fight these enemies, with sneaking being an option as opposed to required. But for now, we're playing Sneaky Hidey game. So I'm actually not going to step out right now. To my knowledge, he only stays that direction for like 5 seconds or something. I'm going to wait till he walks past me one more time. A little bit. It's a little bit of a patience game, but you know. I think he just walks around the bench over there and then comes back, so he'll be walking past me in like 10 or so seconds. Oh, or right now. He just stays. Now I'm going to wait a second because now I know the hopping out of the lockers when they're within hearable distance, that triggers them, I guess. Though I could probably run for that spot at this point. Okay, I think that's far enough. I'm not going to look at him. I'm just going to sneak. Down Pumpkin Hill, I've got to find my lost... Shut the fuck up. Alright. Why?! Spider right now? Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Oh, these are revival stations. Huh. I didn't think that's what those were. Where am I even right now? I'm here. I did not suspect the spider. Well. Now I gotta do this again. And hope the spider doesn't pop out and gets... I could have probably escaped that if I just crawled at the right time, but I was panicking. The last thing I expected was the spider to pop up right then. What was the riddle with Little Miss Muppet sat on her tuppet eating her crimson rye, and down came a spider and sat down beside her. That's what it made me think of. All the same, all the same. So I've got the right strategy with him. I guess now I just need to keep in mind there was a spider hole there, but the spider doesn't pop out of that hole very often, so you know. I guess I was... Then again, I hadn't seen the spider in a while, so... Alright, so he's going to come over here, he's going to walk over there for like 5 or 10 seconds, then he's going to walk past me and I have to wait till I hear his footsteps go away, because they can hear me when I pop out with a little radius. And then I go sneakity sneak right over to the next place. And if the spider shows up, what do? I will more directly try and... There wasn't a hiding spot immediately in that direction, though, so I have to crawl to there. Okay, he's going to pop up my screen within the next 5 seconds now. 2, 3, 4, 5. For exactly 5 seconds, in fact. Now, wait for him to go a little bit further.
That? Is anyone out there?
Until I can't hear him anymore. Or barely hear him. This is good. And now be concerned with the spider popping out. Please don't pop out, Mr. Spider. I'm being a good boy. Okay, good. The spider didn't pop out this time. So I can just crawl over here. And finally put the fuse in. Fuse. Voila, power's on.
Lights are on. Time to get that gent pipe.
Yep. And then I can actually fight enemies. And that'll be nice. That'll be very, very nice. I'll save my game right here, just because I can. Yep. I do have to concern myself with sneaking my way back, though, which is going to be a little bit annoying. Can I peek out here? No, but he's coming. In fact, I should probably hide in here, because he comes in here.
This is my path. Mine. No one can take it from me.
There he goes, the myth, the man, the legend. Now I did just get an autosave, so even if something bad happens, I can just reload just where I just was. And I did just manually save as well. So even if like the spire pops up right now, it's not the worst case scenario. I mean, obviously I hope it doesn't pop up, but main point, even if it did, it's not the end of the world right now. I know exactly how I'm going to do this, so I'll be just a little bit patient. Just a little bit of patience is needed here, Ryan. And then he's going to go back, go on his way. He can't see me through these grates, I need to remember that. These grates count as hiding spots. Okay. And hide in here. And I just have to wait for him to come back. And then once he comes back, I can go to the new lit up place. And then I'll get the pipe, and then I won't... After this point, I think the only enemy that we might be required to hide from is the Ink Demon. The other enemies, they should be easy peasy. Once we figure out the combat, that is. I don't know how good or bad the combat is in this game, so I guess I have to get a gauge of that. But after that... The only problem is I remember he stays over there for a little bit. I do hear him coming back though already, so hopefully not waiting for too much longer. His goopy old footprints. That's what I'm waiting for. There he goes. Give him just a little bit further, and I think I can pop out with no problems.
I'm going to rip them apart. Just wait and see.
I think that's far enough. And now I can sneak over this way. And I wouldn't sneak, and I guess there is a spider hole right there.
Just wait and see.
What's this new voice? That was a new voice I didn't recognize.
At the end of every crumbling empire, you gotta hide the treasures. Mr. Cohen brought me in to catalog and secure some of Joey Drew's more special assets in places no one will ever find them. Sure, that sounds completely legal, right? Anyway, I'll be leaving some clues around so we can find them later. Just remember, this nonsense wasn't my idea. So, here's my first little hint. I finally found a use for those silly motivational posters here in the atrium offices. they're sure to make quite an impact. Oh God, I can't believe I just said that.
And it says the machine must endure. Nothing there for me. And what was the name of the person who just was on the audio tape? Kaylee, that's a new character. See all that there. So hiding stuff and something about explosives. Some clues around so you can find them later. Just remember this nonsense was my idea, so here's the first step. I finally found use for those silly motivational posters here on the... Okay, so I have to look behind the motivation posters. So basically the posters have like hidden things behind them. So I have to look out for the posters. Got it. That's locked for now. Got it. Even though I don't think there's any enemies over here, I'll sneak around just in case. I shouldn't have eaten that because I need it. And I'm sorry I learned that I want to keep food around just in case. But I'll do as I do, I guess. As I need later. Figured that was locked. Going over here to get a pipe. Awesome. In the meantime, just looking around. Oh, this is a long one. We're playing with fire. No question about it. First, Gent comes in here and puts thick, heavy pipes over everyone's head. Must weigh a ton. Then Joey opens up the place for tours to the general public. Are we really thinking this through? For Pete's sake, Sammy's music department is constantly flooded. And while I was giving a tour last week, we almost lost a whole dang wall when a valve blew out. Stupid tour group applied to think it was part of the show. I know Joey's looking to dumb up some cash lately, but this is just asking for disaster to strike. One good accident and there's going to be a landslide of trouble. Hudson Doyle. Battery. Anything else through here? Nope. I go on my sneakity sneak lawnmower. I'll take it. Execution style.
At least now I can defend myself.
Yep. A weapon of many uses. Your all-in-one tool for surviving many bangers. The gen pipe has many useful functions and upgrades once you find the right parts and schematics. To use, press left mouse button to attack enemies and break objects. Alright. Nice to have, and now I'm not... I also get all the upgrade parts. I guess I'll take that. I'll keep the chips here on the off chance I need them, but I don't think I'm going to need them super soon. I feel like I'm about to start making good progress, so... I'll still be a little bit sneaky. I bet the game still... Okay, how do you defend? Is it just a swinging match? Should have saved before I got this. I won that, but that almost killed me. Is there a way to defend with this thing? I thought there was going to be a defend button, and I thought it was going to be the right mouse button, because there's no other use for that button yet, but I couldn't defend that, and I almost died in that match. Good thing I saved this food right here. Alright, well, I need to learn how combat works. That almost killed me in one encounter, but given that was also my first match, and I wasn't expecting it, so... Tasty chips. Getting my health back up. I am also playing on hard difficulty, so keep that in mind. I guess I'll also save my game. I'll save it over this save file, though. Yes. Crawl on through. I think I left some food here, if I remember correctly. Was it in this drawer? No, wait. Those were not there a second ago. I picked them up. Oh yeah, it's this food right here. Okay, so I'm going to break through the walls, if I can do that, before I continue, but also take care of enemies that show up. I'm not going to try and be Rambo, but I am going to see how combat works. Let's see, can I break this? But also it's a female one. Oh, fuck, where do you both come from? Okay, I'm gonna reload my save file. Okay, so I just saved here, so... Yep, so I was right here, go through here, collect all the gem parts. Is there a way to upgrade right now? Unlocked upgrade, so I need to get schematics, I see. Okay. Pick up the little snack I left there, open this up. Since I think I'm going to have a little bit of difficulty here, and while I adjust to hard difficulty, I'm going to be a little bit careful, and I'll try and be sneaky. I want to get a handle on combat, but I definitely am not ready to take on 2 enemies at once, especially when only find one almost kills me. That did break that open. Just as predicted.
Well, we hit rock bottom. No doubt about it. And by all accounts, I don't even know how this studio's still going at all. Like, if you follow the money, you just hit a big old brick wall. Well, let me tell you, blank ledgers, spare cash, weird amounts that plain just don't add up. There's still income finding its way into the books, but I can only tell you for the life of me, I can't figure out where it's all coming from. So, the obvious answer here is a gent's privately pouring in some funds. And truth be told, they really creep me out. Especially that Mr. Gray. He doesn't seem to be motivated by money, and he sure as heck ain't telling us what he's really after. Just can't trust someone like that.
Mr. Gray fun. I'll click the button. What's that to pick up? And there's this note here. I heard some of the workers from down the hall last night talking about storming Joey Drew's office. They were using some colorful language, banging their fists on the tables and chairs. It was the same bunch who whistled at me yesterday. They must be getting serious. The accountant, Grant Cohen, just walks from his desk down to the men's room and back all day, over and over, gripping his stomach, kind of green in the gills. I can't tell if something he ate isn't agreeing with him, or he just can't take the pressure anymore. Joey's got a plan. He keeps saying, Gent is making something special. I really hope he's right. I may just be a secretary, but this place is a magic I don't want to see end. Sally Newt. Alrighty. Just make sure there wasn't like any books or something in here. Also look out for posters, because there's buttons. I did click that one. Nothing I see. Okay. That Wilson, he's everywhere, yet he's nowhere. I don't know how he does it. It's madness, madness. What if he's hiding inside my mind? What if he's inside my mind? What if he hears my thoughts? Can you hear me now, Wilson? Can you? You won't get me. I've got a plan. If I tear you out of my brain, then you can't hear my mind. I'll show you. I defy you. All hail the ink demon, hail. He's not dead, I tell you. He will not. He will rise again, and his dark revenge will be terrible. Round. Nothing there. Just collecting bits and pieces. Don't mind me. Can I eat that soup? I guess not. When you believe you will succeed, unknown from Joey Drew Studios. So I'm gonna break that open. I also think I can unlock the store. Yep, I can. But this will also be broken. So I think I'm about to get into a combat scenario, so I'll save here first of all. I'm a little bit afraid to save in crouching positions, but I'll save just here because I probably should have stepped out before I got myself concerned. I still won't try to attract the enemy's attention, but I'm probably going to run into this guy as I walk over here. That is if he's still here. There's some weird sounds coming from this kitchen. So anyways, this over here, I do remember there's a few things I need the pipe for, so... Oh, I need a fully charged gen pipe? This isn't fully charged, so... I guess I'll eat this from the garbage, though. I didn't realize it went fully charged, so... There are other things I can do, though. More walls to break, but also other things to go for. I'm sneaking. Only a little bit, though. I'm on full health again, so that's good at least. My thought process right now is there is the one thing, the gate that needs to be broken open into. I'll go for that first just because that's a very clear location to head towards, a goal, you could say. I was attacked by 2 people on the way there, though, so I feel like I have to take this a little more intelligently, though I'm probably going to die the first time because I don't even know where they came from. They just kind of showed up, and I was like, oh. Well, that happened. Save here, because I did heal a little bit, and I'm probably about to die a few times. What? Where do they all come from? There was 3 of them. I didn't break the second motivational poster. Was there a second one? This one? That one didn't really look like there was anything behind it, though. Okay, do I go the other way? Is that what I'm supposed to be learning here? I feel like I'm going to get ambushed either way. Maybe I'm just supposed to get ambushed and die there. I'll see what happens if it happens again. I hear the spider, I think. I'm like 90% sure the spider's gonna pop down. I'm also afraid about the ambush coming, though. That's why I'm not stepping forward yet. I guess I'll just let what happens happen. Hidey hole. I'll save here again, because I guess I'm slowly making my way around. I'm wondering if this is what they want you to do. They just spawn a bunch of enemies if you don't do it this way. Or maybe if I just get close to it, it just triggers it. Let me just let that happen. No, it is a case that wants you to take a very specific way to get here, otherwise they ambush you. That's kind of odd. I don't hate it. I kind of read the situation correctly, but just a little bit odd. Animation Alley. Hi, Bendy. Can I destroy you now? Yeah, I can destroy you now. Do you revive and look away? I guess I'm going this way? I suppose I'll save right here, and this will probably be when I start like really rotating save files, just because I feel like there's probably some things I can probably go back to do with the pipe. Should I go back for them? Is there anything I can think of there where the pipe was very crucial besides those breakable walls, though? Work hard. Oh, that's stepping into the ink, we got a lot of weird voices talk to us, and you're one of us now. I can walk through ink without being slowed down anymore. I wonder if that's a story bit. The illusion of living. There's the second one I've collected. Oh, is there something here? It was a slug. Got it. Take that as well. I'll start rotating save files from here just because I feel like that's a good place to keep the rotated save file. Peekaboo door. Peekaboo. Very literally. You don't have to kill me. Banished. The powers of the ink are yours to command. Okay, am I like connected to the ink demon with those voices and this and Ghostface over there? Let's see. Use your powers to send monsters back to the dark puddles while crouching and undetected. Interact with enemy from behind to banish them. Banishing also restores a portion of your own health. So, stealth kills. Crouch use banish on unaware enemies. However, though, it says you don't have to kill me. So I won't. Take. Yeah, I'm not going to banish him. I'm okay with that. Rowdy. Out of order. Just having fun, I guess. I don't have a gen. Oh, I can go back there once I figure out what those are even for, I guess, when I have a gen card. I don't know what a gen card is, though. I guess I'll find out. Animation Alley. In case this ends up being like some sort of weird choice thing, I'll make my second save file here. And there we go. Little Devil Darling. They really love the posters of their first cartoon, kind of like Mickey Mouse and Steamboat Willie.
That's one leap of faith I definitely want to make.
Find a way to cross the abyss with myself. I can't actually do it. I just want to see what would happen. Load my game from here. I just get curious. I was curious. Oh wait, not this save file. It's the other save file I want. Load my game, this one. Look at that bendy loading logo go. There we go.
That's one leap of faith I definitely won't make.
Sure. Can I move this out of the way? Yes, I can. Can I move it like this way? here. The little devil darling. Nothing behind that one. I can't turn this power switch though. I don't know what it does, but I pressed it. It opened. Oh, but there's an enemy over there. In fact, there's a few enemies over there, and I am not good at combat yet. Come over here and I'll fight ya. A triple dog dare ya. Oh. It closed after a period of time. You know what? I'm gonna try and sneak kill this enemy. Or not, because they're walking.
He said the ink-tainted was dead, but I saw him. I did.
Don't cry for me. I want to die.
There it goes, and a little evaporation dust. Time to learn how to stealth kill. Like a master. Since I know the combat, at least at right now, I die pretty quickly.
But I saw him. I did. I don't believe in you. Leave me alone.
This makes it pretty simple. Voila, another one bites the dust. Can I hit the switch again? Or does it just like open like an automatic door whenever everybody gets close? Well, that was two of them. I could fight the last one. Probably okay. I thought I'd probably lose health in the process. So I also need to get better at the combat. I need to practice it. It's a stealth horror thing. Or just a, not even stealth horror, just a stealth game. It's the stealth kill. The classic stealth kill, even. It might have different story purposes, but functionally it's the same. I'm slightly afraid that the enemy's just going to walk back through the door in a second, because that door only opens when people get close to it, apparently. But then again, you know what? I have a pipe. Let's do this. Animation Alley. Fuck, it was an enemy in there. I was thinking it was. I don't know how she didn't see me, but I had that thing attack me from a locker before, and I kind of heard the sound, so I kind of predicted it. I guess I got a little bit of health back from her.
Where'd everyone go? Why don't they answer me?
Voila. I get some health back. La-di-da. I guess I'll save here again? Yeah, I guess I save at the top save file. I guess it prioritizes my last saved. Somebody's playing the piano. Oh, the enemy ran away from me? I like the piano. It's a little jazzy. Oh, that one for me. Card exchange? Oh! Create one gen card. Grants one-time access to safe and sound lockers. But I don't know what those do. I do have everything I need to make it, so I guess I'm going to do it. But I don't actually know what these do. Back. So I'm going to save before I use this, because I don't actually know what these machines do. That's a tasty one. I swear there was a safe and sound thing pretty close to here. Oh, it's right here. I'm gonna save before I do it because I don't actually know what they do. Maybe they like fully restore my stats, but if so, I want to save it. Let's find out.
Brought to you by Jen.
Okay, it's for a lot of goodies, I say. No. I guess I'll take that use at this time. But I don't know what else I can use all that for, so maybe I should see what else I can do. I don't know. I don't really have a frame of reference. For now, I'll take that use that, but I probably want to think a bit more about that in the future once I figure out all those materials are actually for. This looks very cool. Security override. Let me first look around here, though. All my friends are here. Time to kill them. That's the spirit. Let's see, what are you? Oh, it's on one of these tour things. Get me at the tour, I want to hear about it.
People may say that seeing is believing, but I think the fine folks down in the audio department might disagree. Once a cartoon's animation is finished, it's ready for all the sound to be added, from music and voices to outrageous sound effects. They do it all. It's no wonder people say Joey Drew Studios has the most impressive talent in the world. Maybe on our tour, you'll get a glimpse of my songwriting duo, Sammy Lawrence and Jack Bain, working on a new catchy tune with our very own studio orchestra. Or maybe you'll spot Miss Allison Pendle recording the voice of our favorite little lady sent from above, Alice Angel. On the Joey Drew Studios tour here in Animation Alley, you never know what will happen, so keep your eyes and ears open. But before we head into the main studio to see the actual magic makers at work, let's make one more quick stop into our award-winning editing room. This is where they put all the ingredients together to create the final cartoons that you'll see in your local theater. The editing room is one of the busiest spots in the whole studio. There's always lots of work pouring in. But don't worry, folks, we hire only the best people who know how to get things done. Well, hey, looky there. It's Carl, one of our editors. Carl always has lots to do, but he always gets it done on time. Hang in there, Carl. What a trooper. And now it's time to move into Animation Alley and see the Joey Drew Studios family at work. Take small children by the hand as we enter the nerve center of the whole company. Get ready for a big bendy adventure.
Big bendy adventure, you say? Alright, I will say this, I know I'm going at a slow pace, but this first episode is taking so much longer than I expected it would. Not that that's a bad thing, I'm just a little bit surprised. There's another one over here.
Here's where the magic is made. I'm Joey Drew, and our story begins quite literally in one of our many writers' rooms, just like this one. That's right. All your favorite bendy cartoons are born right here. We circle up our chairs, crack open a cold drink, and toss around dozens of story possibilities. There's no bad ideas here. We've all got something we can bring to the scripts. I myself have been known to spend a lot of time down here with the fellas, tossing in my own brand of Joey Drew magic. It's my job to push the envelope with my big creative touches, and I love it. Yes, sir. You'll always hear endless laughter coming from the writer's room. When it's complete, the script finds its way to our many artists in the art department. You'll be seeing our real Joey Drew Studios team hard at work on our tour of Animation Alley very shortly. But right here, you can see a typical office where characters are being lovingly crafted with very careful attention to details. I like to stand over their shoulders as the artists work their magic. It's my job to catch the little things that make our cartoons really extra special. If I see one of Bendy's gloves is missing his signature 2 dots, I make sure I tell someone. That Joey Drew, they like to say. What a keen eye. Over time, The cartoon is slowly created frame by frame. Bendy begins to walk and dance. It's really quite fantastic. Before long, we have our finished cartoon, all ready for the boys in the sound department to take over.
I like how they're just saying he's like an overbearing boss. All the same, though, don't need to hide here. Joey Drew Studios all set up there. There is part of the Butcher game. We got magic rainbows and all other sorts of setups. I assume this door is closed and I have to go to the security override. Yeah, but because this is security locked. I thought there was something behind that one, but I guess I was wrong. Ah, gent battery refill. Don't know what those are for yet. I'll figure it out. Wow. Okay, so obviously what we need to... Not hide in here, though. I didn't just go hide in there. Obviously what we need to do is the thing that we broke open over here. This will also open. Crawling on through. Just little things to break through. Batteries, slugs, and yeah, crackers, I guess. I'm just grabbing a little bit of everything. Don't mind me. I guess I'll read this. We're in the final days here. I can tell. People are packing things into boxes. Tools are going missing. You can smell the panic in the air around the studio. But us gent boys, we're just watching from the shadows. We lock the doors and keep our research going. Mr. Gray already gave us a little wink. All is well. When one ship sinks, another one leaves the dock. I just need to keep my ink machine safe in this chaos. It's the key to so many discoveries. Thomas Connor. That also means, so Thomas Connor, we're learning, I guess, is the creator of the ink machine. Yeah, I'm enjoying the game so far, honestly. So Thomas Connor is obviously the creator of the ink machine, but also, we're learning more about the gents, and I guess Mr. Gray, as they keep on saying to him, and they're like this department that do the machine stuff. And that was the machine that earlier Joey Drew was saying was real special, was the ink machine, obviously. So let's pull this for the security lock. Yep, that should open up back where we came from. Let's go on back. Now we've heard their whole explanation of how the animation studio stuff works. I think we're headed towards the, the animation alley part and the audio department. The main studio. I'm ready. No, I can't break that, so I've got to crouch. I figured it, but I just wanted to check. Oh, they locked me in. Oh, never mind. No, they didn't lock me in. It's one of those automatic doors. Let's go. Bendy. So, okay. So, in the original Bendy and the Ink Machine, you never actually saw Bendy. You saw two Alices. You saw several Borises. You saw a lot of the Butcher gang. And of course you saw the Ink Demon. But Bendy never actually appeared in Bendy and the Ink Machine outside of Bendy, posters and Bendy cutouts and all that. And the Ink Demon looks like Bendy, kinda. He kinda looks like Bendy, but doesn't exactly look like Bendy. But there's Bendy. Now I assume, like everyone else, he was probably born from somebody. But who was born as Bendy, the main character of Bendy? It's just the first time we've actually seen a 3D model of Bendy that wasn't Ink Demon. That's why this is getting a reaction on me. Alright, let's see what story mode. I'm assuming this is the end of the episode also. Let's take a look. Hi, Bendy. Ignore the pipe. I've been through a lot today. Bendy, my boy. He's got a little suit on. I know this sounds weird, but Bendy's always not been wearing anything. To see him in a little suit's kind of cute. Don't mind me, Bendy. Just looking around. Sure, let's talk to Bendy. What's up, Bendy?
Bendy? You're real? Oh, this is amazing. It's okay. I won't hurt you. I promise. It's okay. See? I'm your friend. I won't hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that would happen. I promise.
thought for sure Bendy was going to be the episode cliffhanger. But no, the episode just keeps on going. When does episode 1 end? Maybe it never ends. Let's continue, though. So I actually like this explanation, because obviously Bendy's kind of playing the role of the kid that's like scared of our character, as our character's gaining powers that Audrey doesn't really fully understand yet. But that was a slightly better explanation for why they're scared, because obviously we're like, oh, you can trust us, come here, let's hold hands, Bendy, and then we zoop, and it hurt. And so now Bendy doesn't trust us. And that makes sense. From both characters' perspectives, even. Out for the child running away from the main character trope, I think is one of the better. Actually, surprisingly enough, one of the better handlings I've seen of it, because it gives a good reason for why she wants to see. I mean, it makes sense. She wants to see Bendy. It's like, oh, hey, it's Bendy. And obviously, she doesn't know what she's doing right now, and it makes sense why Bendy is afraid of us, and we sort of understand both their sides of this. I don't know. I know it's like a weird thing, but I've seen that trope so many times in horror movies, and it usually doesn't really make a lot of sense, except in like an allegoric way. So to see a literal reason for it's kind of interesting. No visitors. Go away. Don't knock. Give me a second. I'll take this little hidey hole. Hi, Boris. Bye, Boris. Hi, Bendy. Bye, Bendy. Caution, keep locked. No food from Ryan. I'm gonna starve. Let's see, checking through here. Alright, we'll knock. Bendy, I want to apologize.
Who's out there?
Oh, lost one.
Is that you, Phil? I told you I'm not opening the door until you bring me my pictures. I drew them. I want them back.
Search Animation Alley for pictures. Any other clues?
Did you find them yet?
Okay, so he wants some pictures. I guess I will now go look for pictures. Let's see what my little quest thing. Find the suffering camp. Find the ham sandwich agony. Find the mental curse of taxes. Find the bus to work. Find extra cheese. Time to find some pics. Pics, or it didn't open the door. Alright. If I was a picture, where would I want to be taken? I'm starting to see the advantage of improving my stamina, but also the advantage of improving my health. The next time I actually get an upgrade thing, who knows? Oh, this is also opened up. Caution, keep closed. I ignored that every time. Extra cheese. For a second, I thought, wait. Okay, that's like a machine. I thought it was like a living thing at first. With like long, spindly, mechanical legs. I will save the game right here, though. I'm going on a quest for pictures. I need art. That's nothing. Anything? Nope. I need to get a handle still in combat, so the power belongs to him. Oh, we're on the other side of that thing we saw earlier. And that was just looking at it as the battery casing. Oh, wait, no, this is a different hole. I thought it was the same hole because I just didn't look close enough, and that was very definitely a different hole. Don't think a leap of faith would work here. My jump is not that great. Guess I'll crawl through here for now. In the vents, what will we see? If your answer was a way to be. Don't worry, crawling through vents is what I'm used to. I've played Half-Life and a lot of other first-person immersive sims. They're not Half-Life, because Half-Life is an immersive sim, but it is part of a genre of first-person kind of atmospheric focus games. And those games love vents. Not that I dislike vents. Okay. We're taking a long way road to somewhere. Ah, battery. And I assume I ate a sandwich or something? Well, that... That's what the ink demon sounds like? Oh, Bendy. I knew I would find you here. I guess I'm gonna go say hi. Audrey. Where are my secrets? Bye, Bendy. Nothing behind it. Time to crouch. Alright, Ink Demon, I'm ready to hear my secrets in episode 1. Where are my secrets hiding? I'm gonna crouch under this, I guess. No collectibles. No collectibles. At least not that I can spot. Hey! Hey, this little Bendy doll over there. Just chilling, just having fun. Don't see nothing down there. Hi, Bendy. Don't mind me, I'm gonna be crawling through the vents. It's one of my favorite pastimes, don't you know? I'm crawling through the vents one day. I feel like... I'd rather keep my name, you know. I don't want to make a new one. I'm fine with Audrey, apparently. There's just some ink. Is the ink going up? Yeah, it is. That's an interesting detail. Because all the ink so far we've seen has been gooping down. But no, the ink is most definitely gooping up, which implies it's being sucked into something. Nope, that's nothing. Wow, great power, Ink Demon. You knocked over a cardboard box. What are you going to do next? Going to make a cup fall off a table? Very impressive. Let's check through here. Peekaboo. Ink Demon, is that you? Let's see. I like the light in this section. I do. Flicker on. I didn't think that'd do anything. I'll probably up the switch, though. Why'd you look that way? Oh, that's why. Cut its hand off! The Ink Demon. Ink Demon is near. His power is infinite, his evil is complete. Be alert for his approach and hide at first warning. If you stay out of the open, you'll be consumed. Oh, we've entered Chapter 2, The Demons Today. So that was the way into the second episode. So I guess Bendy was the end of that. Well, that's a convenient point for me to save my game. La-di-di-da. Anyways, I'm liking... before we go on to the second episode, which I guess the episodes just kind of transitioned into each other. I did like the first episode. I'll see how it compares to the rest, but so far I'm liking this game more than like the original Bendy and the Ink Machine. There's a little bit more to it. I do need to get a feel, like it wasn't like most amazing horror experience ever, but I'm enjoying it so far. So it's got that going for it. We'll go straight into episode 2 then.